Woodward Sports, let's go!
Woodward Sports Network, let's go!
And good morning to you. Welcome to the Morning Woodward Show, live on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network. What a crazy packed weekend filled with awesome sports and tons of us to talk about today. First, let me introduce you to everybody that's up here over here, not to my right, because the TV screwed me up.
What up, though? It's Corey. What's going on? Happy Monday, everybody.
And over here,
happy Monday, Joey here.
That's Joey, and we have Alex and Adam in producer land right now. Fish, making sure we sound good in the sound booth. And then, of course, intern Paige is here, and she's going to be a part of your news today, Joey.
Oh, there we go.
She brought the heat.
She's
like, I can do better news than Joey,
hey,
so
I'm all in.
Let me a part of the conversation.
If you can do better, it's yours.
You guys have a good weekend? Yeah, it was.
Oh, I had an amazing weekend outside of Joel Embiid not getting that double-double and messing up my parlay, but we're not going to get into that.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Well, there were some people very happy on some parlays and stuff like that yesterday with Phil Mickelson winning the PGA Championship yesterday. The oldest dude to ever do it. 50 years old, schooling all the young kids out there, and he looked good doing it, too. Did you guys watch any golf this weekend at all?
Can't say that I did. I watched a lot of basketball, but can't say that I watched a lot of golf. Can't say that.
The replays, though, in seeing this and history being made, to me, that's what I like to skip towards. Because you watch this and you're like, dude's 50 years old, and then you go back to, I think it was 1991.
Yep.
The first time he won it. I have that in my sports update. I was like, 20 years old in 1991. Like, that's just crazy.
Yeah, it's been 30 years, 4 months, and 10 days since his first victory on the tour. And look at that picture right there. You see him in 91, and you see him in 2001. A little bit thicker, but still got the same pose going on. And to me, what really made this the biggest story to me of the weekend was this right here.
Yeah.
How the crowd reacted to this guy. And oh my God, man, I wish the PGA was more lenient on the videos that they'd allow us to show, because he was getting mobbed walking to that 18th hole. Like, he literally got grabbed by some fans, which I haven't seen in golf. You know, usually golf pretends to be a very uptight and like very proper sport. These guys were out there just having fun, and it turned into a party when Phil was about to close it out on 18.
Man, what an honor it is for you to just be standing in front of the PGA logo like that.
Yeah, the last time I seen a crowd go like that was when Tiger Woods won the Tour Championship. They didn't get as close, but they were close enough where they were all following him with the cameras and whatnot. But actually grabbing Phil, that was just something like a mob scene. And you know, I thought that Phil was – I didn't know that Phil was going to be the oldest. I went back and did some research because I thought Tom Watson had won it in 2009, but he actually just came close.
Oh, okay.
Because he was 59 years old, but – you got to give Phil his respect. Oldest person to win a major, and also the fact that when you're looking at the top 10 oldest golfers to win a major, Phil Mickelson is the only one to have two now past 43 years old. So got to give him credit for that.
Yeah, he started out the tournament 200-1 odds, and like a dude who placed $150,000 bet or $150 bet just cashed in Vegas on that ticket, and really just Phil. I mean, it was a good weekend. I watched a lot of the tournament. I was mostly watching basketball, but, you know, between games, you'd have a half hour here and there. So I'd flip back over and watch some golf. And it was a fun tournament. Phil dominated pretty much the whole weekend. Nobody really ever threatened him. It was like a stroke going into the day, but by the end of the day, he was up by 3 strokes. But, yeah, to your point, the only time I've ever seen a mob like that was Tiger Woods. And, you know, Tiger would freak out if a photographer was clicking his camera during his backswing. I couldn't imagine if somebody gripped up Tiger like they gripped up Phil while he was walking to 18.
Not with that Navy training he had. Somebody
Right.
might have got put down real quick.
Yeah, I was shocked. Like the police escorts were letting it all happen too. Like, and then you see these old people with their little ropes trying to hold people back, and you're like, oh man.
I don't know. That was pre-COVID too. They let that happen post-COVID, which is
yeah.
I don't know, honestly, what had more people, that or Governor Whitmer's table at a restaurant that she was at. I don't know.
You've been waiting to get that out, haven't you?
Oh, I'm going to give little jabs all day about this one.
Yeah, Governor Whitmer at it again, just doing what she does.
Coming up later.
But yeah, I thought it was a great tournament. Phil, obviously, you got to tip your cap to him. Oldest guy to do it. It's his 6th major, his 8th all-time. He's now 8th all-time on the PGA list. So my question is, I don't like comparing these two, but they're both considered old for their profession, and they both reached the pinnacle this year.
I know what you're going to say.
Old man accomplishment. Who you going? Tom Brady, Phil Mickelson?
All day Tom Brady.
Tom Brady, just off of the physical aspect of it, of this dude could get hit one time and that's it. Phil Mickelson, I don't want to downplay what he did, because obviously the fact that golfers past 43 do not have multiple majors except for him, got to tip his hat to that, but also got to tip his cap to Tom Brady. Nobody's has as many Super Bowls as he has, and he plays a violent game, and he's still upstanding. So I got to give him that. Got to give it to Tom Brady.
And if it was another quarterback, like when you mentioned Tom Brady, that's Tom Brady. That's next level. But when you compare the position, I mean, yes, I get the argument is golf is a one-man sport, though. There's no team effort. So he single-handedly did all of that on his own, and it's true. But when you look at Tom Brady, I feel like he is that difference maker. I get it in football, it's a team effort, but at quarterback, Tom Brady doing it at his age, the team that he took to that, had the team on his back, you can't argue that one.
Yeah, listen, as somebody who wants to make it to 50 years old, and I hope I can accomplish either of those things. So that's why I said I hate comparing the two, because they're both great accomplishments, and the sports are so completely different. It's tough to be like, oh, this one's better than the other. But, you know, old men this is the year of the old man. So, like, if you're a young guy, you better step your game up, because 50-year-olds are whooping your ass. Mid-40-year-olds are whooping your ass when it comes to football. Like, how you feeling, young guys? What's going on with the planet right now?
Well, the thing about it is, guys like Phil Mickelson, guys like Tom Brady, they're a bit old school. The way they train, the way they mentally prepare, that's the reason why they're champions. It's the reason why they're greats at the top of their profession. Right now, it's a little bit of a microwave generation. Guys want to be good, but be considered great. Those guys put in the work to be great, and they are great. So how those young guys should feel, they should feel like they need to step up their work.
They should.
Step up their ethic, and maybe they can be a Phil Mickelson, or they can be a Tom Brady.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. If I'm a young guy in a sport and I'm watching it being dominated by Tom Brady football, I'm watching LeBron James in his 97th year in the league dominate the NBA still. I'm watching Phil Mickelson win PGA championships. You just got to start looking at yourself in the mirror, young fella. And I hate to be the old guy, like, shaking your fist, but how you going to let the old guys whoop your ass?
It's easy. I mean, when you look at it, like, these old guys aren't showing any signs of slowing down. These young guys are like, all right, this guy's on his tail end of his career already.
Thing about it is, these young guys, they have the athleticism, but they don't necessarily have that heart or that IQ to be able to maintain being at the top of their field. So, again, these guys are talking. Some of these young guys say they love Jordan, they love Kobe, they love Kobe's Mamba mentality.
Yep.
But the thing about it is, with Kobe's Mamba mentality or Jordan's work ethic is what it is. It was work ethic. It was turning over every stone to become great. That's what these guys got to do. And they have the ability to do it, because this generation is more athletic and has more science to be greater than their predecessors. They just don't have
the heart,
that thing inside of their chest.
Yeah. It's honestly crazy to think about, because I hate when people are like, millennials are a lazy generation and all that, because I'm borderline millennial and all that. But you're starting to see it in things that are tangible. And you're starting to see it in sports, to where, you know, a 19-year-old Tiger Woods came in and dominated the old men. You're not seeing that with young 19-year-olds coming in. You're seeing the 50-year-olds dominating the rest of the pack now. So really, I hate putting anybody into a box because of when they were born. Like, that doesn't dictate anything about your life. But when facts are staring me in the face, it's got to be like, okay, well, maybe these young people are lazy.
I mean, you got to think about it like this. Guys like a Tiger Woods, guys like a Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant, they didn't grow up in the social media era. What I mean by that is they actually had to work for the fame and the glory that they got. Right now, on social media era, you can be Jake Paul, not have done anything in your life, and you get the fame, you get the money, you get the earnings. They don't have to work for it anymore. So their mindset is like, why do I have to put in this work when I can just go ahead and go do something minimal and get everything?
And that's the thing, too. When you measure success in this era right now in 2021, these athletes got so much more. Like, you look at an Andre Drummond. What do you think this guy classifies success as right now? I guarantee you it's not like, oh, winning this championship is the most and only important thing that's going to make me, Andre Drummond, the man.
Drummond wants a DJ set at any club, and he'll consider that a success.
Yes. So there's so many distractions from the league right now.
It's an interesting conversation. It really is.
Isaiah Thomas said something a while back and was on NBA TV's Open Court, and I always bring this up. Isaiah, when they were talking about what a superstar is, Isaiah Thomas said, you know, when you're talking about the greats of all time, I'm a superstar. Michael Jordan was a superstar. Larry Bird was a superstar. He said the superstar was reserved for champions. Now the bar is being lowered so that everybody can fit into what a superstar is. So it's on people like us who are out here talking about sports to be able to raise that bar back up to what society views as what a champion is, what a superstar is. Everybody now just wants to fit in.
Well, we'll find out. If another 50-year-old wins a championship, I'm just going to call it. Like, if, you know, we're running into,
Who
like,
else we got?
when Gordie Howe was playing hockey for the Vipers and still being great. Like this, I don't want to run into those times. I want to watch the next generation come through, take over, be great, and be better than the generation before. I don't like falling back. But it's up to you, young athletes, to get out there and beat the hell out of 50-year-old Phil Mickelson, which did not happen this weekend. And congratulations to Phil. What a great event. What a crazy finish on that 18th hole, and I hope you guys enjoyed it too. And another thing we want to talk to you about is your interest rate. If you're paying over 3%, Hall Financial wants to take care of that. Go to davidhallmortgage.com. They can get you under that 5% mark, get you a little bit above 3%, so you could be saving hundreds of dollars every month without paying that interest on the house. So you can take that money, put it right into your house, make the improvements, and do it the way you want to do it, and it's all with Hall Financial. So make sure you call them, let them know Woodward Sports sends you lower payments, better options, more personal attention.
Morning, Art. Morning, D-Mac.
Welcome back. It is the Morning Woodward Show live on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network. Thank you guys for checking in the chat today on YouTube, on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. We appreciate you and everybody who's downloaded the app already. Thank you. And if you haven't, go do it right now. It's available in your Google or Apple Play Store, or reverse that. Go ahead, Fish. What's up?
I'm in the studio, right?
Yes.
All right, I just want to make sure, because I feel weird that we got new monitors. I can actually see what's going on now, and I normally can't. So I want to make sure I'm not on my couch and I'm actually here.
Yeah, and you can see what you look like now.
Yes.
Do you like that, Fish?
Yes, I do. I have the camera on right now so I can see myself, but
Okay.
We used to just have
Sometimes I
one
don't.
TV in the studio, and it was literally right there on the ground. So you always used to see our eyes looking down. Well, we ended up putting these little baby monitors right at our camera, so I'm looking at myself right now.
And you can't even tell. It looks like Joey's looking right at the camera.
Can't even tell.
So there we go. Improvements, baby. Little by little, we're getting this thing straight. Can we talk about LeBron? Like, not only his fake injury during the game, but how LeBron was out partying with Drake at a tequila party, and the NBA decided not to suspend him or make him go through protocol to get back into the playing realm. A lot of the players have had issues about this. There were several tweets sent out. But, you know, look at these pictures. It's him and Drake. Listen, I don't see anything wrong with partying, but LeBron Whitmer out there doing his thing.
Yep. And that's the thing, too, is normally this wouldn't bother us, but we all know that the league caters towards LeBron James. And it is literally the LeBron James league. And when this happens, like, you see so many other people being penalized, being punished, even having to sit out or whatever due to them not following the league protocols.
Right.
Why does that not apply to LeBron?
Money?
It's obvious.
Money?
Yeah, it's
I
obvious.
mean, money's really the only reason, I don't think. Corey?
Oh,
You got
man,
anything on this?
Well, let me get a little bit more comfortable for this debate.
Oh, yeah. Oh, so you're going to fake an injury during this debate and quit?
Oh, no. Just
How's
gonna,
that eye feeling, Corey?
Just gonna talk a
Yeah,
little bit
are you
more.
seeing three
So-
cameras up there, Corey?
Nah,
Make sure you
just-
talk to the
yeah.
middle
Actually,
one.
I do see 3 cameras in my direction if we're being
Make sure
real.
you talk to the middle one.
but let's get on LeBron. Like Drake said, but like Meek Mill said, hey, it's levels to this shit. If you're Smush Parker, if you're CJ McCollum, if you're
LeVert?
Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, yes, you're missing that game. But guess what? You're not LeBron James. Why? Because LeBron James is the face of the NBA. Let's go over here and go down the COVID thing real quick.
How much are you going to slurp LeBron right
No,
now?
I'm not slurping LeBron. It's just
Yeah,
that.
what do you mean?
No. You had your chance to talk. Now I'm gonna talk. Thank you.
You open up your jersey like Superman, but you're not going to slurp the guy?
I'm Maxine Waters. I'm reclaiming my time. Thank you very much.
You can reclaim it all you
Yeah,
want.
yeah. So anyway, I'll
The
let you
best
talk.
part,
So
after
okay.
LeBron loses.
Hey, we're not talking about LeBron loss. We'll get on that.
we'll get into that
We'll
soon.
definitely
Yeah,
get on that
that's
soon.
coming
Let's talk
up.
about the legacy
Hey,
here.
so
talking
y'all
about
let me
the
talk.
legacy.
So I'm gonna get my point out. Thank you very much. So anyway, the event was held outside, and guests were required to show a negative COVID test. Now, with the NBA regulations, you're not supposed to attend an indoor event. If you attend an indoor event, here it goes. The 10 to 14-day quarantine usually occurs when contact tracing shows a player was in close contact with the person who tested positive or that player visited an indoor club or bar or lounge. LeBron's event was outside. So he did violate the rules, but the event was outside. So the NBA deemed the event no threat because he attended an outdoor event. James Harden, fined $50K. He attended an indoor event. Kyrie Irving, fined $50K. He attended an indoor event. None of them were suspended, but they had to take the fine. And because they were at indoor events, they posed as a risk. With LeBron James attending an outdoor event, he did not pose as a risk. So, if you want to say that he should have been fined, I agree with that. He should have been fined because the other players were fined. If you want to say that he should have been suspended or had to sit out, according to the guidelines, he was not at risk. So he's not above the rules. He broke the rules. It's just that he broke the rules within breaking the rules. But you know what? Hey, when you have power,
the mental gymnastics between broke the rules but didn't break the rules, but did break the rules, but not really broke the rules.
Hey, he got in there like Clinton shredded them emails. So you know what? Hey, he's in there. If you got power, you get to go ahead and circumvent the rules. It happens in politics. It happens in sports. It happens in everyday life. Let's be real. You think the NBA is really about to put LeBron James out for a 10 to 14-day quarantine during the playoffs? So all that
being said, then you agree he's not being held to the same standard.
I said he's not. I said he's not being held to the same standard, but I said it's
and you don't have a problem with that.
Who the heck?
I don't have a problem with it because anybody in a position of power always flexes their muscle. Jordan flexes muscle. Tom Brady flexes his muscle. Anytime somebody has been in something, they flex their muscle. It's been done in history through politics, sports, everyday life.
So you're okay with that? Just because it's been done in the past, you're okay with it?
Don't care because it's not going to stop.
Okay. And that's quite an easy position to take. I mean, you get to be on both sides of the fence, so that's fine.
I'm not on both sides of the fence.
Yeah, it's just because you know it's wrong, but you're okay with accepting that it's wrong because it's LeBron.
Hey,
that's what you just said.
Hey, it happens. It happens in life. Hey. Presidents don't have to turn over their tax returns. Presidential candidates don't have to. They get to delete emails. Everybody gets to do whatever the hell they want to do in life. So, hey, if LeBron gets to circumvent the rules, so be it. We've seen Jordan do it. We've seen Kobe do it. It's not going to happen. I think that he should have been fined, personally, but suspended, nah.
See, I'm just if it's a rule, then it should apply to everybody. Like, this isn't rocket science.
But the rules never apply to everybody, so why get mad because LeBron James broke it?
Do I sound mad? Yeah.
No. Hey, I haven't heard one of the things in a long time.
No, I'm not mad. It's just another one of those things where it's like LeBron can do whatever he wants because he's LeBron James, and people are going to slurp him up because he's LeBron James, and it's just like, all right, I ain't mad at it, but it's stupid, and the people that want to support him and think that he's awesome for being able to circumvent the rules, that's fine. But when it happens to you, I just don't want to hear any bitching.
Oh, no bitching. One bitch.
Because you know LeBron's going to be bitching. You know damn well LeBron would cry if somebody that was supposed to be suspended got to play him in the finals and beat him.
Sure.
He'd be crying. He'd be screaming.
I'm gonna be right up here saying, "Hey, buddy, hey, you broke the rules, so don't get mad that somebody else gets to break the rules. I'm gonna keep the same position. Like, hey, he gets to break the rules. You broke the rules, so don't get mad that somebody else broke the rules and you did."
I mean, the truth of the matter is it fair? Obviously, no. But has LeBron James earned that ability to be able to do whatever the heck he wanted?
No.
That's how power is, though. That's power in everything.
I thought we were worried about other people's lives with COVID.
We are.
So LeBron's selfish and doesn't give it, we can play this game that I've heard all year.
Here's another
but now
jab at
LeBron's
her.
okay.
We're doing it with our own state leaders in Michigan.
Well, here's another thing from the NBA. A regulation that came down on March 17th. A fully vaccinated player is permitted to appear at an event to fulfill his individual commitment to a sponsor. Now, LeBron is an investor in Lobo 1707 Tequila, the event that he attended at.
So he's not a sponsor; he's an owner. They're not sponsoring him.
Same difference.
No,
but anyway, the problem is he still broke the rules by not allowing informing the NBA.
Even if you
by
have
not
the
informing
vaccine,
the
you
NBA.
can carry COVID to other people, right? Like that's what they say. Even though you have the vaccine, you could still be a carrier.
Mm-hmm. But
So-
he did. But he should have. But what he should have done was he should have let the league know that he was attending the event. So he is wrong on that. But again, we don't know whether he's vaccinated or not. That is
They
something
said he is.
Oh.
Did they say that yet?
No,
Yeah.
I know Schroeder came out and he had that quote.
What I read was LeBron didn't say that he's vaccinated. He said that's a decision that's personal between him and his family.
I heard everybody at that party was vaccinated.
They were required to show a vaccination card. So I mean, apparently he did.
There you go.
He's vaccinated,
But either way, he got to play, and then he got his ass beat, because that's what LeBron does. And then he cried when Chris Paul boxed him out, and then it almost created a fight yesterday. But yeah, let's talk about it. Lakers, Suns beat that ass, and I loved every minute of it. Anthony Davis, he was afterwards the game. It was trending. AD instead of said A Disney because everybody thought he was playing so soft. I mean, what did he wind up with? 13 points and 7 rebounds.
Freaking Andre Drummond was the star. That's how bad this game was.
it was a really bad game. As I said when I was watching the game in the first half, the Lakers free throws were going to come back to bite them in the ass. They left too many points at the charity stripe. LeBron James, he played horrendous. Anthony Davis, horrendous. The best players were the role players, and I just can't believe I'm saying that. Andre Drummond, he played decent on offense. He played defense off.
You gotta show love to Alex
decent
Caruso.
on offense. His defense,
That's my boy. That's my boy.
his defense wasn't
Drummond's
there.
awful.
It wasn't there. I was thinking that when Andre Drummond would go to the Lakers, he would be able to learn from LeBron James. He would be able to learn from Anthony Davis. Well, he ain't learned jack from them in that game because they were just god awful. Anthony Davis has been playing pretty small the past couple of games since returning. He has to go ahead and pick that up. Otherwise, the Lakers are going to find themselves out of this series pretty quickly. I said that the Lakers going to win maybe 5 games, 6 games. I got to adjust that right now just off of seeing how they looked that first game. It's looking like they could be the ones being out in 6 games, maybe even 5 if they continue
maybe
to come
even 4.
out. Maybe, you know what? Maybe
No.
even. I don't think.
There's no way this is gonna turn into a
in
sweep
hell LeBron is
situation.
going to.
I'm a diehard LeBron fan, and I feel the sweep.
If
You do?
LeBron,
I feel the
and the
sweep.
Lakers get swept, the world will turn. I would die a little inside as a Lakers fan. I would laugh a lot as a LeBron hater, as some people think I am. But I will. It was just.
Just sitting there wearing a man's jersey.
No. Prior
You
to
got
this,
his name on your back,
prior
man.
to this, I thought there was a little bit of Corey hating on LeBron, but then the dude bust out a jersey.
No, now
here's
you
the
know
thing.
it's Slurp
Well,
Fest.
so for one, my brother knows I don't like LeBron, so he bought this jersey for me as a Christmas
To
present.
troll you?
As a troll.
That's a great-
And
that's
I
a great
kept
gift.
and I told him I'm gonna keep it and I'm gonna wear it when the time is right. I already knew we were gonna talk about LeBron and the whole COVID thing, so I said this will be a great time to wear it. He knows I can't stand LeBron as a Pistons fan because we already know what he did.
So do you feel a fake injury coming on with that jersey? Like, is it just part of the jersey?
Oh no! See, when I put the jersey on, I make it realness.
Okay.
Even though it ain't your jersey, but okay.
No, it ain't my jersey.
Well, let's talk
It's
about
my
the
jersey, though.
actual good players in the Suns-Lakers game. Can we talk about my boy Booker? I mean, just taking
Yes.
it to the Lakers. 34 points, 7 rebounds, 8 assists. Just an absolute dominating performance. And on top of that, Chris Paul gets injured he can't even shoot the ball, can't even dribble. You watching the game when every time he went to his right, the ball would just kind of just dribble away from him, and the Suns still beat him.
See, the thing about Chris Paul too is I want to just take a second to talk about this because we had the MVP conversation the other day, and he's not even amongst the top 3. And this is what bothers me because you look at the stats. This right here is the Suns' first playoff appearance since 2010 when they lost to the Lakers, ironically enough, in the Western Conference Finals against the late Kobe Bryant. And then I started digging deep into Chris Paul and what he's accomplished. Throughout his entire career, every single team that he's joined, he's made them a better team. Going all the way back to the Hornets in 2004, where when he joined this organization, they had a 220 win percentage. He took them up to 463, over doubled them.
Yeah.
On to the Clippers in 2010, 390 win percentage when he got there, doubled them damn near to 606 when he left. Every single team that he's gone to throughout his entire career, which has been 5 teams in 16 seasons, he's made them a better basketball team. And the guy's not even in the conversation for an MVP.
He definitely should at least be in the conversation. I think the NBA is doing themselves a disservice on not having him a part of that conversation, but it is what it is. Normally MVPs aren't what you did this year. It's what you do the next year or the year before. Like next year he'll be up. He'll be one of the front runners for MVP.
Hey, if y'all want to blame CP3, fault anybody for CP3 not being in the MVP conversation. Fault the media who voted for him. It's not the NBA's fault. Pretty sure that Chris Paul was on the slate, but if the voters didn't vote for him, what can you say?
Yeah, like I said, it's normally a retroactive, like Jokic. He had a great season last season. That's why he's up for MVP this season. And that's the weird part about the NBA MVP is it's very rarely about that specific year. So next year to kick off the season, all the MVP talk will be about Chris Paul.
I don't know if I agree with that because, you can even go to D. Rose's MVP year that year. Nobody was thinking about D. Rose being the MVP the year prior to that. But when he started that season, came out and said, I deserve to be the MVP this season.
He started his campaign early.
And he kept it up. So,
yeah.
I mean, you also got to look at it like this. I believe you could argue whether Steph Curry deserved to be in it or not, but here's the one thing you can say. You take Chris Paul off the Suns, and they weren't a playoff team last year. Got to admit that. He came there, and they became a playoff team. They obviously upgraded the point guard position. But you take Stephen Curry off the Golden State Warriors, they're back in the lottery. And I think that is where things got he inserted himself into that discussion. MVP voting has always been about narrative. Steph Curry closed the remaining couple of months with the best narrative for being MVP because of where the Warriors were and where he got them to. Had it not been for the play-in tournament, if they went as things normally go, the Lakers and the Warriors would not have played a play-in game. They would have already been in the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, if we're talking about when you leave a team, what happens, the fact that James Harden isn't involved in this MVP conversation is a travesty.
So if you wanted to have that, to have that kind of conversation like we're doing with CP3, it'll be kind of like almost the same thing. One guy comes, they get in the playoffs. One guy leaves, they go in the lottery.
Dude, what happened to the Rockets after James Harden left was insane. They were competitive to by far the worst team in the NBA, period.
Don't agree with how he went out about it, but he was right about one thing. We do not have enough. They pulled him off, and they did not have enough.
Think of the shitty run that Houston has had in the past, calendar year with Deshaun Watson, with Harden leaving, and then, of course, with the Astros getting caught cheating. So I guess that was a little over a year ago, but Houston sports have had it rough. I was thinking about that over the weekend because, Detroit sports have been in the doldrums for a little bit, and then I was thinking, man, at least we ain't Houston, though. Houston's got it rough right now. Joey, speaking of roughing it, you want to tell them about our Sun RV experience?
Yeah, because we're a couple weeks out. What are we at right now? The 24th, literally 3 weeks until we get to go experience Sun RV's beautiful resorts. They got 160 nationwide across the U.S. and even in Canada. So I'm just excited because we locked in our Airstream, so we're going to be out there rolling up in the Airstream, and it's just going to be a great experience. It's going to be Corey's first camping experience. Going to be my first RV campsite experience like this because this is like glamping. This is that next style, next level to camping, and you got to experience it for yourself. So book your summer trip right now at sunrvresorts.com.
So what's up? My name is Sean Baligian. Glad to be a part of Baligian and Bell every day at 11. I'm the guy that gets pissed off at all the stupid sports fans out there.
What up, though? I'm Drake Bell here on the Baligian and Bell show here at Woodward Sports Network. Tap into the energetic Sean and the calm, smooth Drake Bell. Good morning, everyone.
Extra, extra, read all about it.
Let's get into Joey's news.
Let's go!
I know Fish had a ball this weekend because there was so much sports action. And I got to start this off by history being made yesterday during the PGA Championship. 50-year-old Phil Mickelson became the oldest player to win one of golf's 4 majors. And you see it right there on the left. Back in 1999, young 20-year-old Phil winning his first PGA Tour. And then on the right, yesterday, winning his second PGA Championship at the age of 50.
That was so awesome yesterday. Like, it's such a cool scene, man.
It's amazing.
Like, golf is a beautiful sport sometimes, and that whole scene yesterday when they were mobbing it and walking all to the final green, the 18th hole with them, what a crazy experience that would be, and the amount of pressure that you have on you individually during that. Like, no teammates out there to bail you out, no nothing. It's just you, green, a putter, and a ball, and that's it.
Right. It's like, what are you going to do with this ball? Is it going to go in the hole? How many holes are you going to be over par? Like, the game of golf is just such a beautiful sport because it really is all on you.
Yep. It's a mental game, too. What's up, Fish?
Me and Joey were watching golf together on Friday.
Yes, we were.
Were you?
Yeah.
All
Joey
right.
came in, wanted to learn about golf, so I told him about golf. It was pretty cool.
I love it.
Golf's such an interesting sport.
It is.
On to the NBA playoffs. Steph Curry eliminated in overtime on Friday in the play-in tournament by the Grizzlies, who went on to beat, as a number 8 seed, number 1 seeded Utah last night, and Trae Young hitting the game-winning floater in this game with the Hawks. I freaking love this so much.
The Hawks-Knicks game?
Yes, this right here, seeing this and his reaction. I love Trae Young so much, but he silenced all of Madison Square Garden.
Let's see how they play this.
Here is Young, finds his spot. Young on the floater, puts it in. Trae
Wait for
Young
it.
with a miraculous shot.
I mean, how cool was it though to see actual people in the crowd and
That's what I took away from it the most, because if you watch the whole game, that was great. That felt like a playoff game. That felt like playoff atmosphere, and I took so much out of that. It's just really right. That game right there proved just how much the fans mean to the game, because it really felt like a playoff game. And I hate to say it, but when the Knicks are in the playoffs, basketball feels kind of better.
Yeah, when I get to see Spike Lee get his ass beat by somebody shutting him up, there's nothing purer than that. Is Spike Lee the most annoying fan in the NBA?
No, he's probably one of the greatest, because he's the one who puts the Knicks on the map. Like, as far as super fans,
I would prefer my players put my team on the map.
But, I mean, listen,
he's cost them more than he's helped them.
It's like Drake for Toronto.
Let's be real. When the Knicks are a dog shit in any point of the career or any point of going on, Spike Lee always champions them on. Spike Lee always bigs up the Knicks, so you got to give him that credit. He's up there with
credit for being there.
He's up there with the Jack Nicklaus's of super fans.
I don't know. Jack was never on the court talking to players, thinking he's part of the game. Like, that's the thing that bothers me about these guys. Like, listen, you could be there, be a fan, but you're not the star. You're not a part of the game. I mean, look at what happened when he talked shit to Reggie Miller. Reggie destroyed him. And then look at last night. You got Trae Young destroying him and just because he's up hopping down on the sideline.
That comes apart with being a fan.
Right.
You
right. If you want to be a part of the team.
You talk trash, and then the player shuts you up.
Yep.
I have no problem with it, because
I
it
would
works
if I was a
both
Nick,
ways.
though. If I was a Nick, I'd just be like, shh, just shut up, just please. Look, come on, we're in the playoffs. You know what happened with Reggie.
And the best part, too, is this is the second player in NBA history to drop 30 points, 10 assists, and 5 rebounds in their postseason debut. The first, LeBron James. So that accomplishment, to be able to do that at Madison Square Garden, to silence the entire crowd. And then this is what he had to say about the post game, because there was some FU chants that he heard.
I think it was, I mean, you know, you've been in the biggest stages. I mean, when you're, in the zone and everybody's chanting FU. I don't know if any of y'all had that, but I've had it a couple times. I had it in college and I had it again tonight. So I mean, it got real quiet at the end. And for me, I wanted to hear those FU chants again.
That's right.
And then we also got to take a moment of silence and just prayers up for LeBron James after this absolutely devastating injury.
Dude, how did he play?
Yeah, this was a tough injury right here.
James missing again at the foul line. A whistle. James
He
goes
spent
down
like
hard
90 seconds on the ground.
Caruso and Payne get into it. Montrezl Harrell runs into Campaign, and coaches leave the bench area as things become a little bit contentious here.
Chris Paul's trying to help him up, and he's still like, "Ah, my shoulder."
LeBron James, when James was up in the air on the missed free throw, and then
Look at this.
There's Chris Paul blocking him out,
and that got called a foul.
My favorite part about
That's
this.
your GOAT. That's your GOAT.
Then there's an altercation. The altercation is under review.
What bothers me about this is I am one of the biggest LeBron James fan, and I honestly just wish he would have retired probably like a year or two ago because that legacy would have been there. The dude just every single day coming out there being a whiny little bitch.
Yep.
Is just getting so repetitive.
His theatrics are, well, first off, him retiring a couple of years ago, that's stupid. But his theatrics over the top. Listen, he's too great of an athlete to continue to do all of this flopping and these selling jobs. It's past old. It was old years ago.
Says the dude wearing your damn jersey. So LeBron, stop it.
Like seriously,
Come on.
He's turning into, obviously there's been a lot of LeBron haters throughout his entire career. He's turning out to be, and I'll argue this, the most hated athlete of all time.
He's just turned into a joke. That's what he is.
And that's why, and when I reference,
he's a joke.
Obviously his level of performance, he's still showing that he's not slowing down. So when I say that, take a grain of salt about him retiring a couple years ago. But I say that because of respect as a basketball player and him out there on the court.
Well, just
I'm
what are you
over it.
trying to accomplish?
Here's the thing about LeBron.
He's a joke.
He's already doesn't have that respect from the players. So there's nothing he's going to be able to do to garner that back. It's been long gone. Just looking off of the interviews of players who talk about the greats, who've played against him, they don't revere him in the same conversation of a Jordan or a Kobe. So right now he's playing for who he's always played for, himself.
LeBron, right? But what was he trying to accomplish off of that flop? Like that's my thing.
I mean, for me, it's gamesmanship. I mean, what he's trying to accomplish is just, again, be theatrical. Try to be able to draw a foul. See what you can get. He does it to the point where it's disgusting.
Yeah.
It takes away from the game. But that's really what he's doing.
Yeah, I mean, really, I wonder what his legacy would be if he had that Mamba mentality, or if he had the Jordan, put your head down and get through this, and nobody's going to stop me, and I'm the best player without saying it talent.
He'd be what Gilbert Arenas said he was. If he had that, Gilbert Arenas said this verbatim. If LeBron James had Kobe or Jordan's mentality, he would average 44, 16, and 12 a night and wouldn't be shit any player on the court could do about it. That's if he had the dog in him. But because he does not have the dog in him, his winning is fleeting.
He got the female dog in him.
Cries over that play, and then you see Kevin Durant in this play right here, which I thought he was going to be out because this was such a nasty-looking injury that he just got right back up.
Irving racing up the floor, Griffin back for Durant. Oh, Durant! Oh,
that arm behind him.
Over Smart.
He bounced.
And an offensive foul call. Well, I'm surprised Durant jumped up the way he landed, Doris.
Look at that, just walk it off like a champion.
Wow. I mean, he could have hurt a hip.
Did they replay that in this? We should. Oh, here we go. Yeah.
Ends up buried beneath him.
Oh,
it's a horrible angle right there.
That's a bad angle.
That right there, seeing that, I watched that live actually, and when I saw that, I was like, oh boy, he's not getting up. 2 seconds later, right back up. And it's like that right there is real basketball, and I'm over it. It's just seeing this time and time again is just so annoying.
Well, the more LeBron loses his athleticism and the more he has to rely on that shit, the more we're going to see it. So the longer he plays, the more flopping we're going to see.
And Shaq, Charles Barkley, This might be my favorite relationship right here. Shaq called out Barkley for falling asleep during the first half of the Sixers and Wizards game.
I thought they did a good job on Bill and Westbrook. They played really good defense.
Ernie, sorry to interrupt. I know snitches get stitches, but he was not watching the game. And I have proof. I'm just saying.
I have proof.
You might watch the game at all. Look at him, Ernie. He was not watching the game. So do not go to him.
That must have been during a commercial break. That was going to have to be.
Sleep
nights, young man. It's all hits.
Look at him, Kitty. Ernie, don't ask him.
Caught his ass sleeping on the job right there.
They do have such a cool relationship, man. That whole program that they got there on TNT, like that's why they win all the awards. They're just fun to watch.
Like Shaq running on set the other day after showing up late.
Right.
You can't sneak in if you're a giant like that. We go to baseball. Fernando Tatis Jr. launching 2 home runs. But this grand slam, all you got to do is just close your eyes and listen to this sound.
Fly ball center field. Lewis going back, looking up. This is still Slam Diego, and this is Fernando Tatis Jr.'s world.
Slam Diego, is that what he called it? Grand Slam Diego? That's
puts
funny.
the Padres on top.
When you just know it, too. Like, I love his reaction, just taking the bat and just flicking it off.
And when the center fielder just knows it, doesn't even turn to run. He just like, all right. Just watches it.
And the catch of the year, we go to some high school softball in the state championship. Bear River center fielder Olivia Taylor going airborne straight through the fence.
Oh.
That's so beautiful.
Yeah, and I saw people online like complaining, like, that's not a legal catch. She has to have 1 foot in fair play. And like, listen, we could break down and go into slow-mo in that video, and maybe one of her toes was still in play and whatever. But either way, if somebody makes that play, you got to give it to them.
It's
like,
the effort. That's what it is. It's the effort you got to give it up for.
Yeah. What a great catch.
And last of the local news that I got right here is a Detroit story where the Detroit police are searching for former Michigan State basketball star Keith Appling, who was a suspect in a fatal shooting of a 66-year-old in Detroit. And I couldn't find any follow-ups if they did find him, if this was all true. But the Detroit police got this report out there, and it's just sad to see what this guy's career has come to.
Yeah, I don't know the ins and outs of this story.
Yeah,
I just
it's
know
not out
I
yet.
read the headlines, so it's just, hope he gets his shit together.
I don't know how much more he can get together. I mean,
Right.
Keith Appling over the past, you can even say 5 years, has been in so much trouble. So if the reports are true, then hopefully that he's brought to justice as he should be. But if the reports aren't true, hopefully he can clear his name. But he's been in so much trouble lately. Hopefully he can figure this one out.
Yeah.
And Paige, we go to you.
Our intern Paige with her first news story as a part of Joey's News. You ready, Paige?
I am so ready.
All right, what do you got for us?
So this past weekend at the U.S. Classic, Simone Biles became the first woman to land, I'm going to try to say this for everyone, the Yurchenko double pike vault. Now, what the big deal about this is she's the first woman to ever do it. It's only been male-dominated, and she's the first woman to complete it at a competition. So here's a clip of that, her completing that vault.
She's such a badass.
Dude, she's amazing. It's crazy, like, gymnasts, like, just how, like, stocky and like,
Yes.
ripped they are, man. They're all muscle.
And she's really short, too, which is insane.
Yeah,
she's like under 5 foot.
She's 4'8".
Yeah.
The greatest American gymnast of all time.
Yeah, for sure. Boom. There it is.
Insane. She had some stepping out there, but, I mean, she's the first woman to ever complete it. And this was only the qualifiers for nationals. And then after nationals, then is the trials for the U.S. team. So she's technically not on it yet. But, I mean, if you're the first woman to ever do that, you can't not be on those trials and on that Olympic team.
And shout out to the GOAT on the back of her.
On the back of her lead
Yeah.
card. That's my second thing. She's the most decorated gymnast and has won the most medals on any world championship than any other gymnast. So it's only fitting for her to have a bedazzled goat on the back of her leotard.
That's
hey,
awesome.
It ain't boosting if you can back that up.
Right?
Exactly, and she definitely can. She's the most decorated, so that's insane. So after this U.S. Championship, so then the trials and the Tokyo Olympics are set for late July. So Simone Biles.
Did I hear
a lot of good stuff coming from her.
You got Fish all excited now. Fish loves the Olympics.
Me too. Gymnastics is my favorite thing to watch, so I'm super excited to see what she's going to do at the Olympics.
All right. Well,
Early
intern
morning.
Paige, thank you for the update on Simone
You're
Biles. When Paige is in here, we're going to let her throw a couple things in the news here and there and get you some on-camera experience. So thank you, Paige. And Joey, is that
Great
your news?
addition. Great addition. And now I got to just give a shout-out to our people over at Bridge Street Exchange in downtown Fenton, and now in Somerset Collection. They're soon going to be opening up. Got a little pop-up shop that they're doing there, and it looks so beautiful just in time for this summer for you to update your wardrobe. So if you're in the Fenton area, or honestly, this is even worth the drive. You hear Terry Foster saying that he made the drive out there to just go update his wardrobe. 15% off. That's what we'll give you using the code word WSN if you shop online at bridgestreetexchange.com. bridgestreetexchange.com.
I'm looking to bring on another HVAC tech right now.
We are recruiting 5 to 10 techs a month.
We're looking to grow and expand. Every new tech we hire is from Northwestern Tech.
The hands-on training is fantastic.
They're always my first call.
We love hiring Northwestern Tech grads.
They come out trained and ready to work.
Our program is only 10.5 months, and our next classes are starting soon. So why wait?
I'm looking to hire
a graduate of Northwestern Tech. Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Welcome back. It is the Morning Woodward Show live on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network. Shout out to everybody in the chat this morning. We see you, and thank you for participating and being a part of the conversation. You guys add a lot, and we really appreciate it. Every morning about 8:50, we bring on the man, the myth, the legend. Some call him Adam.
Yeah,
and here he is.
I mean,
What's up, Adam?
I love the intro, always.
Yeah, you're welcome, man.
It's kind of,
I try to hype you up.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad.
How'd you do this weekend?
Shit.
All right.
Yeah, I am so frustrated. I mean, we went 2-3. An overtime loss. The over didn't cover by a run. I mean, we're getting close, but I don't count close. I count either wins or losses. So.
Only horseshoes and hand grenades,
That's right, baby.
That's what
That's
close
what they
counts.
say?
Yeah, that's what they say. Close only counts.
You're
in
not
horseshoes
familiar
and
with the
hand
saying, Joey?
Never heard that saying in my life.
Really?
There's so many sayings that I just haven't learned because I don't have the grandpa that
Didn't
knew
your
all
dad?
those sayings.
Didn't your dad pass these down?
He didn't. My dad doesn't know that saying either.
Oh.
Do Chaldeans play horseshoes?
Nope.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
No, we
that.
play soccer from where we come from.
That would be a tough one.
I mean,
Did I hear soccer?
Yes, yes, you did.
God damn you, Fish.
So, Adam, what are we looking at today, man?
We're
You got
looking good.
bets?
I have a really good ticket today. The odds on it are really good, and more importantly, I'm just feeling really confident in it. I've never put an easier ticket together, so we'll get started with basketball. The Miami Heat and the Bucks play tonight. I'm going to take the Bucks to cover the 4.5 points. The Heat, it was a closer game than it should have been. Milwaukee had a tough start to the game. They kept it close throughout the whole game, but I think the Bucks cover and show their dominance. They're just a more complete team, and the Heat haven't been the same, obviously, since their finals appearance last year. So I'm definitely going to take the Bucks to cover. The next game is the Celtics between the Nets. I got to take the over at 226. The Nets are more than capable of scoring over 120 points this game. The Celtics, it was a defensive game. It was a game one feel-out process. I expect both teams to score much more than they did in the first game. I'll take the over at 226.5. The next game, I'll take the Penguins on the money line to take the series lead at 3-2. Series is tied 2-2 right now. I'll take them at a friendly line at -140. I'm basically getting them for almost even money. And speaking of almost even money, I'll take the under, not the over, the under in hockey at 5.5. This is playoff hockey.
Yeah, playoff hockey is completely
This is a different beast.
Yep.
We just saw the Jets and the Oilers finish 1-0 in overtime. So we're going to take the under in this game. And actually, if you bet the over, it's an underdog line. Not a bad bet. But I'm definitely going to take the under in this game, 5.5. This has been a defensive struggle for both the Canadians and the Maple Leafs. And then, of course, the last game, everybody knows the Tigers have been streaky as of late, winning a ton of games. But we're not gonna worry about that. We're not gonna worry about that. They have been struggling to score runs, but not even just that, their pitching has actually been very impressive over the last 10 games. So we'll take the under between the Tigers and the Indians today, and we'll get that for almost even money. So I'm excited about that. And I think 8.5 is way too much. I don't see this game getting 9 runs. It's going to be very difficult for me to see that. Turnbull on the mound for the first time since his no-hitter, so
He's going to be jacked up and ready to go, man.
Yeah, hopefully he pitches a decent game. I don't expect 9 runs. It's just it's too big of a number. I just don't see it happening.
The bet I really love of all of these today is that Milwaukee to cover the 4.5.
Yeah.
I think similar to what you said, a feeling out process for the other game, for the Brooklyn Nets game. I think that was a feeling out process too, and that Milwaukee's going to come in and just start dominating now. Like Giannis has got to get better. Middleton had that game-winning shot, so I think they got the momentum now.
Nobody on Nobody on Miami can guard Giannis. And that's just the truth. There's not many people that can guard him.
Right,
you can scheme around it, but he's going to dominate. He'll put up over 30. This team is going to cover, and they'll probably get a gentleman's sweep out in the whole series. So I love the ticket. If you want to go back to the 5 games, I can recap them real quick. We have the Miami Heat. I'll take the Bucks to cover. I'll take the over between the Nets and the Celtics. I'll take the Penguins to win straight up. We'll take the under between the Canadians and the Maple Leafs. And then, of course, I'll take the under between the Tigers and the Indians. A super friendly ticket, especially individually. Honestly, these are not bad bets at all, just straight up. But if you want to parlay them, $50, I mean, this is one of the crazier lines you'll get. $50 and you can turn it into $1,000. So it's not very often I bet 2 digits and you get a 4-digit return. So I like it.
I like it
a lot.
Over the weekend, any comments, thoughts about all the basketball games, hockey games, Phil Mickelson, anything catch your eye?
Phil Mickelson was the highlight of the weekend, has to be. There's no doubt. Amazing accomplishment, 50 years old to win the PGA Championship. But, I mean, your boy Westbrook showing out, very impressive. He's been very self-aware, I'll give him that. They lost. What else is new?
Yeah, it's a tough matchup. They're not going to win that matchup.
Look, jokes aside, these kind of point guards just aren't difference makers on the court. Who can you compare him to? A prime Derrick Rose,
Russell Westbrook?
Yeah, right. Like athleticism-wise.
Athleticism-wise?
Yeah.
No, I mean,
these athletic
literally
point
a smaller
guards.
LeBron. Like, that's the way I look at it.
Yeah, but just not impactful on the court.
Right.
It's like the most frustrating thing.
That's the most disappointing thing. It really is. Like, he's just out there doing work, but it's the impact that's
he
just
doesn't make a
surprising.
difference. Like, Bradley Beal did all the scoring, and they still lost. All he did was, like, step aside, make a few assists, and that's it. He scored, 16 points, 18 points?
Yeah, 16 points. Bradley Beal dropping 33 points in that game, though.
You guys want to tell me fucking Russell Westbrook is the reason why this team is amazing? Like, God damn it.
Come on. The play-in game, who got him there?
It's not sustainable. It's not sustainable. Bradley Beal put up 29 in the play-in game. What do you mean?
I get it, but Russell Westbrook damn near put up a triple-double. He was
one
assist shy of it.
A triple-double for Russell Westbrook.
I know
is
that
like,
you hold him to such a different standard
it's not
than
a standard.
anybody. Like
It's not a standard.
Luka barely touched a triple-double, and it was like, damn, did you see him fill up that stat line?
Luka
Russell Westbrook
Doncic
does it, and
puts
it's like,
up a triple-double, and it improves the team. Russell Westbrook, when he puts up a triple-double, doesn't do shit for the team.
Listen, man, the triple-double contributes to the team, whether you like it or not, whether it's
not
Luka.
when your power forwards and your centers are like, oh, shit, Russ, here, take the rebound, bro. I got you, man. God damn it,
That was
man.
one
You
play,
guys
damn
are
it.
fucking delusional.
Yeah,
It's all
listen. He got it, okay? He got his triple-double.
I know. He got his triple-double.
And Luka got his too.
triple-double, guys. It's all good. They're going to get swept, but hey.
He didn't get his
He's going to get his triple-double.
He didn't get his triple-double in the sweep.
He's going to get, listen, they get swept. Maybe in 3 of the games, he's going to get his triple-double, and it's all good. We're going to forget about it.
But it's just so crazy how, like, anybody else in the league could get a triple-double, and it's like,
win.
that guy really
it's
filled up
playoff
a
basketball.
stat
Win.
sheet. When
You
Russ
have to
does
win.
it, it's like, not
You
impressive.
have to win. When LeBron puts up triple-doubles in the postseason, he wins. Luka, triple-double, he wins. Come on, guys.
Especially here in playoff ball. If you're dropping triple-doubles and you can't even win, what the hell does that mean?
Back when LeBron was playing the Golden State Warriors and he was putting up triple-doubles, 35, 40-point triple-doubles, but he was losing. Nobody gave a shit that he put up the triple-doubles. We said, who gives a shit? Why are we gonna coddle Russell Westbrook's balls because he's losing and putting up triple-doubles?
That's a great comment. Russell Westbrook is the Russell Westbrook of the NBA. Like, there's nobody else you can compare him to. That's a great comment right there.
Yeah, I don't know how else to compare.
Any other playoff series that you're looking at that you think are interesting through this weekend?
The Clippers series is going to be great. Mavericks took the first game. Luka obviously showing out. He hit a game winner last season in the play during the bubble against the Clippers. So they have very recent history with each other. The Clippers just remind me of the Detroit Lions. And I really want you guys to think about this. 60 years of mediocrity and shit. In Detroit, the Detroit Lions have been surrounded by the amazing Red Wings. The Tigers in the 80s won the World Series, but even in the 2000s, the Tigers were competing, getting to World Series. The Pistons, 89, 90, champions, 2004, champions. They're always 7 straight years in the conference finals. Like, the Detroit Lions have always been such a disappointment. And then you look at the Clippers. They have the Los Angeles Lakers, their big brother. There should even be siblings at this point, but the Clippers haven't even made finals appearances, let alone win a championship. The Lakers have 17. The Clippers are such a disappointment.
Well, they had Donald Sterling for all those years, and that guy was a fucking idiot.
Yeah, but if you go back to and this is why I draw the comparison. The Lions have had teams, and they've underperformed. They haven't reached where they should be. Look at the Clippers. They brought in Chris Paul. They brought in a Blake Griffin. Then they brought in Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. And they're still not doing shit. And for me, the Clippers are the Detroit Lions of the NBA. That was my biggest takeaway from the weekend.
LeBron's obviously my favorite tournament right now, but this Grizzlies upset, like them, I'd even think would get past the Warriors. And then when they beat Steph, and then as an 8 seed to beat the #1 Jazz.
Yeah, no Donovan Mitchell, but
it don't matter. It's still the #1 seed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Hey, Ja Morant's no joke, man.
Oh, man.
Ja is that dude.
Yep.
And it goes back to my theory about when you're drafting these guys out of college. Whenever you got a small guy who took a small college and took them to the Final Four, like a Dwayne Wade at Marquette and something like that. Now you got a Ja Morant. Like, those are the guys. Those are the transcendent players that you want to pull out. Right. You see them elevating shittier teams. So I love Ja Morant, man. Memphis looks damn good. And I'd be scared if I was that #1 seed right now. So, Adam, thank you for coming on with your bets. If you're looking to make any of these bets, it's real easy. Just go to mybookie.com and enter promo code Woodward10. That'll give you a free a free $10 account that you don't have to invest any money in. It's just $10 going to appear there, and then you can put them on Adam's parlays. You can bet them on individual games. But it's real simple. Go to mybookie.com, enter promo code Woodward10. That's Woodward10. Do it right now and get your bets in.
You could also just go to my bookie with the $10, bet $5 on Russell Westbrook to get a triple-double and $5 on the Wizards to lose. That's a safe bet, guys.
There you go. It's a nice little parlay action right there. So mybookie.com. Go there right now.
We are here, downtown Fenton, my favorite Bridge Street Exchange.
That's right. And you want to switch up your wardrobe this summer? It's this easy. You ready, Joey?
I'm ready.
All right, you ready? I like it. You want to do it again?
Yeah, let's do it again.
All right. Ooh, Brixton. Nice. One more time?
Yes.
Ooh, I like the hat on this one, too. You ready to do it one more time, Joey?
I'm getting tired. One last one.
All right, let's change it. Bro, where's your shirt? You need new clothes this summer. Bridge Street Exchange in Fenton. That's where you need to go. Thank you, guys. Welcome back. It is the Morning Woodward Show live on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network. Thank you guys for waking up with us this morning. We're on every morning, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Fish, you got your hand up. What's up, man?
Yeah, you guys love whipping on Mikey TikTok here, whipping on his Jets jersey. They won last night. Why are you whipping on him? Wink, wink.
Ha, that's a wrong team.
Yeah, wrong Jets, Fish.
What Jets? It says Jets on his shirt. They got a good win last night.
We weren't ripping on him. We were just asking why he was wearing a Jets shirt, and his explanation made sense.
All we've had on the show this morning was Lakers jerseys and Jets jerseys.
Yeah.
And we're Detroit Sports Network.
Robert Saleh is from Dearborn. That's the only reason I'm wearing.
And guess what? He ain't with the Lions, so screw you, Robert Saleh.
Shout out to my boy Allen.
No, it made sense when you said Saleh because you're also from Dearborn, too.
Still doesn't mean anything.
He lives next door to him.
I could care less. He ain't our coach.
Every Monday, Mikey comes on with the Mike's Weekend Review. It's been a slow start. We've had some hits. We've had some misses. What do you feel today is going to be, Mikey?
Well, I kind of had my Thanos moment. I added some laughs in. It's kind of like a fine, I'll do it myself.
I love it.
So I did that. I produced it just a little more. I went and shot it out in Dearborn, actually. So we're on location this time.
There we go.
I love it. So let's get into Mikey's Weekend Update.
What's going on, guys? It's Mikey TikTok back for my weekly weekend update.
I'm so glad to be here. Great day in sports. We got the NBA playoffs starting this week. We got the NHL playoffs that started this week. It's a great day. Sports are exciting right now. Even the MLB's having no-hitters like every other day. It's awesome. Speaking of the MLB, Comerica Park finally announced a date for the first full-capacity game, June 8th. Nobody is expected to notice. Miguel Cabrera hit a grand slam on Friday. There's no joke associated with that. I'm just so excited Miggy finally got a home run. The Patriots were rumored to be interested in All-Pro Julio Jones, but this news quickly fizzled out after Bill Belichick found a 5'7" white guy making sandwiches at Subway and signed him to a multi-year contract. Anonymous NFL personnel have come out and said that they believe Tim Tebow's signing with the Jacksonville Jaguars to be a publicity stunt. Yeah, what else is it? You think that they got a guy who couldn't even play tight end when I was 10 years old when they tried to convert him to it is actually going to be good at tight end? The Jags need this. They really do. The team plays in London so much, they only finish their drives on the left side of the field. Celtics versus Nets playoff tickets were selling for under $100 when they went on sale on Friday for the game on Friday. Little Caesars Arena, not to be topped by this deal, announced a special package, $70 for one slice of pizza and 2 napkins. Former 76ers GM and inventor of the process, Sam Hinkie, is rumored to be one of the people to ring the ceremonial bell before the 76ers playoff games start. But shortly before he did it, it was announced the bell had been traded for 3 smaller bells, Joik Bell, and a 2023 first-round pick. If you guys want to know about that game, it was so exciting that Charles Barkley literally fell asleep.
I thought they did a good job on Bill and Westbrook. They
Ernie,
played really good defense.
Ernie, sorry to interrupt. I know snitches get stitches, but he was not watching the game. And I have proof. I'm just saying.
Who?
You weren't watching the game at all. Look at him, Ernie. He was not watching the game. So do not go to him.
That must have been during a commercial break. That was doing it to be.
Sleep
nights, young man. It's
Look at him, Kitty. Ernie. Don't ask him
and you can find me in the club.
Bottom full of blood.
No.
So from what you were able to see in the first half, what'd you think?
I was a little tired today, Ernie. I shot a commercial all day yesterday in the sun, so I'm a little tired.
1971 was voted in a recent survey the best year for music ever. Artists like Marvin Gaye and Aretha Franklin produced countless hits that are still listened to today. 1971 was also voted the best year in sports, the best year in movies, the best year in food, the best year to literally exist, and the best year to see Walt Frazier at Madison Square Garden. Read about this and more in this week's edition of Tom Mazaway Magazine. Matthew Boyd has seen his ERA climb to above the 3s after having a sub-2 ERA after just 2 poor starts. When asked why he didn't trade Boyd when he had a lower ERA, Tigers general manager Al Avila said, "It would have helped the Tigers a little too much." I'm recording this before the Bruins-Capitals series ends, so either the Bruins have won the series or they still have a lead in it. As you might remember, the Washington Capitals had a blockbuster trade that sent Anthony Mantha to Washington for Jacob Vrana, picks, and another veteran player. I don't know what the key to success for the Bruins is, but they did sign this guy, Steven Weiser boy, over the weekend, and he's been doing pretty well for him. He might have played before. I don't know. I don't know much about the guy. Ndamukong Suh and Warren Buffett are reportedly always talking about stocks, and Suh routinely takes investment advice from the multi-billionaire. It looks like Buffett has been taking advice from Suh as he was seen stomping out a Frappuccino at Starbucks after they got his order wrong. I'm Mike, and as usual, I hope I'm not about to get roasted back on stage. Back to you guys.
Well, I mean, I think the laugh track helped. I think it definitely helped.
I just appreciate it because he knows he's not funny, so then he's got to add the laugh tracks in.
That's what you got to do.
It's accepting the reality of the truth, and I love that. I appreciate that, Mike.
I think you're funny, Mike. I do. I love your dry sense of humor, and I think that was one of your better videos, man. Do you?
Yeah, just
Talk
the
in the
amount of people
microphone. There we go.
The amount of people I had laughing there was just insane. Considering it was a train station parking lot, like the crowd that I drew I was really impressed by that. They were very receptive to me. That entire bus stop was clapping for me after I
Is that where you were, the Dearborn bus stop?
Yeah, it was the train station.
Nice.
And yeah, there was like 3 people waiting for a bus, and they seemed very entertained, and I was just glad to brighten their day. They were very, very happy to see me.
Well, next week we're not here on Monday. We're doing a best of show, so you get the week off. Now you got 2 weeks to perfect this, okay? We'll talk about a couple things that I think you can adjust, but it's getting better every week, man.
I love how every week it's like, well, it wasn't as shitty as it was last week.
Just think of how shitty it
but
was
it's
the first
still
week.
Shitty.
Yeah.
See, first week wasn't bad, and then that second time I was like, man, really?
Yeah.
You just went all the way back? But Benjamin's in the comments right now saying that he can help write your jokes. So if you want to use the Woodies for some help, Mike, it's all yours. Resources, baby.
Yep, and then other people are saying that the laugh track's got to go, that they can help you write jokes. SNL has a writer, and he's trying to do
this
this
ain't read the comments segment, though? Because this is, man.
It's all right, man. I love that you're willing to put yourself out there, come up
Corey
here.
said, stop lying to that boy. Say that.
Because you've done stand-up before, right?
Yeah, I'm actually, here's the thing is, writing sports jokes on the fly, it's a lot of like work and a process. I've done stand-up before and done really well with it. So it's just about the crowd and feeling it out, because I got notebooks full of stuff.
Well, I feel we're almost there, man.
Yeah.
We're right there.
Almost to average.
Almost.
Let's go.
Almost funny. Let's do it.
Yeah.
I can
Let's just change this weekend, Mikey's weekend almost funny.
There we go.
I can only imagine what you doing stand-up is. It's got to be the most cringeworthy thing in the world.
It's not. I'm telling you, I'm good at it.
We should do a stand-up night here, because D-Mac does stand-up too. D-Mac, Mikey.
D-Mac's going to put me on his thing next time he can book it for himself.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Dude, what was his name, damn it? The guy that got his own Netflix show.
Dave Chappelle?
No, the other comedian.
You worked with Dave Chappelle? That's amazing.
No. Damn, it's going to piss me off. I introduced him when he did a Comedy Castle show, and they made me tell a couple jokes. They were like, hey, you gotta kill 6 minutes. He's not Rami.
What?
Rami.
Oh, Rami?
Rami.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I know who you're talking about.
So I introduced him at the Comedy Castle, and they're like, yeah, you gotta kill 6 minutes. And I'm like,
that's a long-ass time,
oh, my
bro.
gosh. So I'm just standing there, got all the lights on me. I had to tell a couple of jokes. They laughed at one of them. They did not laugh at 4 of them, but it was an awesome experience.
Yeah, I've done a couple open mic nights, and I did okay. It's a whole different experience, because we used to be on the radio, right? You tell a joke, you assume people are in their car, maybe snickering, laughing, or whatever. In real life, you're getting that natural response, and you're just like, oh, okay.
It helps when they're drinking too, because they laugh at anything.
Yeah. That was the best part. Is one time I was in Texas, and I got put on really, really late at one of these things. It was like 11 p.m. It was like the greatest show ever. People were loaded. Anything's funny when you're loaded.
Maybe next Monday, then I'll just get drunk before your bit.
You know what?
Be better.
Pull up that bottle.
There we go.
Stick will drink it all on stage before I come up.
Yeah,
this segment is brought to you by 8 Mile Vodka, because this is a born in Detroit company, and this is who we rep right here on this show.
And you know what? It can do the impossible. It can make Mikey funny.
Yep.
So when you're drinking this, Mikey becomes funny. So do yourself a favor. Next Monday, get drunk about 8 a.m.
2 weeks. 2 weeks Monday.
Yeah, 2 weeks Monday. Get drunk about 8 a.m. off of some 8 Mile, and then you can listen to Mikey's weekend update. Thank you for coming out, Mikey.
Yeah.
Appreciate you. Mikey's always in our comments section. He handles our social media. So if you guys want to go ahead and roast him in there, he's going to be reading the comments anyways.
And honestly, get drunk off of 8 Mile next Monday in preparation for the following Monday.
I'm a human with a soul, man.
Yeah, whatever. Get out of here, intern. Let's take a break. When we come back, we got Pistons news in the house. Some big things happening this summer about staying fit with the Pistons. We'll talk to them next on the Woodward Sports Network.
You don't fumble the ball at work. Hey, Drake Bell, Sean Baligian. See you guys next weekend.
Thanks, mate. Oh, Bell's soft. Wait till it comes to New Zealand. Pour that out.
Welcome back. It is the Morning Woodward Show live on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network. My name is Stick. We got Corey. We got Joey up here. Alex in producer land. Fish making sure we sound good. Mikey TikTok doing all the socials. And Corey, I'm going to let you do the introduction since you set up this little arrangement.
Hey, well, you know, you always are trying to do some community stuff with the Pistons, and the Detroit Pistons do a lot in the community. And had talked to my guy Chris from Detroit Pistons. He said, hey, we got some cool things coming up that we want the city of Detroit to know about. let's set something up. So I was like, all right, cool. Let me anchor it. So right now in the studio, we have Chris from the Detroit Pistons and Jason Hall from Brady, Detroit, correct?
Yeah, welcome, guys. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, thanks for having us. Appreciate it.
So tell us a little bit about what's going on with Pistons Fit and the summer series that you guys are doing, and you're partnering with Henry Ford, right?
Yep. Yeah, so we started this maybe 4 years ago. It's called the Pistons Fit Summer Series. Our Pistons Fit platform is sponsored by Henry Ford Health System. And, you know, I got to talking with Jason a few years ago, and we were trying to figure out how we can collaborate and do some cool stuff in the community. And we came up with kind of this Detroit bike tour about 3 or 4 years ago. Very successful. We had about 150 people that showed up. We started off at Little Caesars Arena in the plaza, rode around the city a little bit. This was back before our practice facility was actually up and running, so it was still in the construction part. And then we ended up finishing back, you know, at Little Caesars Arena, had tents, DJ, a lot of cool stuff there. So, you know, from that point, we just kept talking about how we can expand and enhance and amplify this. So, you know, unfortunately last year because of COVID, you know, we were living in a virtual world, right? So, you know, we came up with a couple of ideas going into this year. And so what we're doing is for June, July, and August, we're going to have 3 2-week-long events, starting off with our Detroit bike tour with Jason. I'll let him jump in and talk a little bit more about some of the cool stuff he has. But each event is 2 weeks long. You can kind of do it at your own pace. You can do it anywhere. We're going to have some really cool routes and stuff put together for that first event. And then from that point, we're going to have a kind of a virtual NEK type of challenge.
I love that.
You can
That's
do
right up my alley. If you put a number in front of that K, I'm out. But you put any, I'm in.
It could be like a 0.1 K in Stick's book.
Yeah, you can walk, run, you could do whatever you want to do. And, you know, we'll kind of track your activities through this app called Kilter. And then in August, we're going to have a Fit for All challenge. So maybe that's down your lane again because you can kind of do any workout you want to do. So
perfect.
But yeah, I'm going to give it over to Jason and talk more about the bike.
And I love everything about this because I'm a big biker myself, and I always do the Make-A-Wish Foundation 300-mile Make-A-Wish ride every year. And when you walk in here, and we got Jason Hall, who is known as the Mr. I Started Slow Roll Detroit.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show, Jason.
Thank you for having me, man. This is awesome. This is incredible, dude.
And real quick, before you start, is that when you talking about the slow roll we guys started a couple years back? Is that where that infamous picture of Stan Van Gundy came from?
That is,
man. I can't stand Stan Van Gundy. I can't stand him, but that picture is badass.
That went down in history as one of the coolest photos.
It's an album cover, man.
Covers of all time. We helped launch Stan's career, man.
And the fact that Corey thinks it's cool because this man hates Stan.
I can't stand him, but that photo is classic.
Man, I got so many calls about that. They're like, yo, Stan raps? I'm like, no, you don't even know, man. Stan's got skills.
He does now. So, yeah, tell us a little bit about you partnering with the Pistons. Is this conjunction with Slow Roll? Is it going to be on Monday nights like Slow Roll was, or is this just kind of a separate thing, but it was like, hey, this is a great idea. Let's partner with the Pistons and make it an even better one.
So what's crazy is when Chris called me, he said, hey, we're going to do this like week-long, you know, virtual ride thing. And I'm like, yeah, you know, he's like, you're going to come up with some of your classic routes from Slow Roll and we'll implement that. And I'm like, great. And then when he sent me the graphic, it had 2 weeks in it. And I'm like, hey, is this a typo? You know, I'm like, we're supposed to ride for like a week. He's like, nah, man, we're doing 2. And me being the person that I am, as you know, with Slow Roll, I just ran with it. And I'm like, how can we include as many Detroit cool businesses to be involved in this? So we brought in, you know, Vibe Ride Detroit, so you can virtually get miles on spin bikes. We partnered up with Mogo Detroit, so you can get miles on your bike share. I mean, I am that guy who's really trying to bring as much into the event as I can. So 2 weeks of virtual rides, events. I got a bike film festival going down at the end of that. I mean, I'm blowing this 2 weeks out. You give me 2 weeks to run, I'm going to go.
I love it. I love it, man. And we're down to help you with anything that you guys need to facilitate this, or you guys need anything on site, let us know, and we'll be there. Slow Roll is, to me, one of the coolest events that happens in the country. And for you guys to partner up with the Pistons, who we can't say enough about the Pistons marketing team and what they've done over the past year. I mean, look at just the sweater that you're wearing right now, like partnering with Martin and, you know, just like vibing with the city, the whole 313, the D up. They've just done a really great job of speaking to the culture of this city and not just being, hey, we're a team, we open up shop, come into our doors. No, they're giving back now too.
Yeah, that's the big thing too. Like, you look at the NBA entirely, and a lot of them, like, you know what you're going to get. But in Detroit, I feel like you, Erica, Mike Zavatsky, like just the entire team have done such an amazing job to really just make our brand Detroit and not just NBA.
Yeah, and that's one great thing about like the team that we have and the organization is, when we moved from the Palace and came down to Little Caesars Arena and we opened up our practice facility, is we wanted to make sure that we weren't just coming down here to play games, right? We wanted to make sure that we were having that impact in the city. We want to do these type of events, and it's not just like a one-time event. We've got our Neighbors program going on this summer too, so we're renovating 60 courts,
Nice.
within a 6-year time span. So, this summer we're going to be going back to some of those courts and putting on events. Some of these summer series events might lead you to that park or, some of these parks. But, I think we're really looking forward to these summer activations this off season now that kind of the world's getting back to normal a little bit. So, we're really excited. And then to tip off this bike tour, Jason's putting together a really cool, like, unique scavenger hunt. So
nice.
he's going to send people to different landmarks across the city of Detroit.
Those are always amazingly fun when you get to execute those in Detroit. Like, I've done one of them. Joey, did you do it that one time we did it with the radio station?
Which one was this?
It was like 8 years ago, something
No,
like
I
that.
don't think so.
It was one company that would set it all up for you, and they text you as you went, and it was a really cool service. I don't know what happened to that company, but anytime you get to explore the city, find new things, and find great landmarks, like it makes you just feel more a part of things.
Absolutely. And this time you're doing it on an e-bike, which is a kind of a new thing to Detroit, because we opened the first e-bike only store in Detroit. So everybody hopefully will come and get on an e-bike. I mean, you can do it on your own, but we hopefully will get you on some e-bikes so you can learn about that new technology that's really being introduced into the
Yeah, what is an
world.
e-bike compared to a normal bike?
Is that the electric bike that?
Well, I'm sure it's electric.
So they are electric bikes, but the bikes that we sell are actually pedal assist. So they're not like a moped where you can get on and just lay back and go.
Don't
it helps
don't
you
dog
ride.
mopeds on this show, man. We love
That-
mopeds.
I'm not dissing mopeds, man.
I'm
Listen,
looking right now.
I'm in the market
Okay.
for it. I'm in the
Okay.
market for an electric moped myself. So I'm not dissing, but I'm just saying what we do is we want you to have some assistance and work with the bike and get some fitness in, man. So hopefully we'll have, not even hopefully, we are going to have so much fun over that 2 weeks. It's going to be crazy.
I'm going to come check out the shop, man. That sounds awesome.
Oh, wait till you come down and check it out, man. We're right in the heart of Midtown, right on Woodward. We're right on Woodward, man. Just go straight down the street. Hit me up.
That does it. I'm going to get me a Woodward Sports tank, and then I'm going to do my rides on the e-bike.
We need to do a ride together.
Let's
We
go.
like the
Let's do
team come out. We'll do some broadcasting, man, live from it, dude.
Live
let's
off
do
the
some
bike.
You think I'm playing, man? I got a bike that we've already built that
Nobody
can
wants
hold
to
a
hear
camera
me
person,
huffing
man.
and puffing while I'm bitching about LeBron James. Nobody wants to. Oh, he sucks, man. He faked injuries. Well, I can't even run up and down a basketball court. So your events, the threes that you got scheduled for this summer are Pedal with the Pistons. That's June 13th through the 26th. You got the Pistons Fit NEK, which I already love, July 11th through the 24th, and Pistons Fit for All Challenge, which is August 15th through the 28th. And people can register right now by going to pistons.com/summer series, correct?
Yes, correct. And then just to add in lastly here is a portion of the proceeds are going to benefit the Detroit Pistons Foundation, and in turn we take those funds and we distribute them to like the Detroit PAL, Boys and Girls
Nice.
Club, Say Detroit, all of our grantees. So we're really looking forward to this opportunity. And Jason, we purchased a bike. We're going to be giving away a bike for the first event. It's a $600 bike that we're going to be giving away to the highest fundraiser. So should be a good time.
Any of the players committed to be a part of any of these?
No, unfortunately, NBA, they're still keeping them virtual apperances for now. So we're not
Unless
able
it's
to
a
have any
tequila
in
party
person.
hosted by Drake, then you can go.
Yeah, I guess.
That's the thing, though, man. I just want to thank you guys for obviously coming on the show, but just the Detroit Pistons organization, everything that you guys do. And I know right now you guys can't send out players because of the NBA protocol, but before this COVID hit, there was NBA players out for the Pistons every single day of the week.
Yep.
And I personally know this working firsthand with them. So we appreciate all the efforts, even throughout COVID, still trying to make a difference in the city.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Well, thank you guys, man. Hopefully this event or these events go off huge, and anything we can do to help you guys promote it and be a part of it, please let us know. We definitely got to get a ride in up and down Woodward and shoot some promo video or do something for it. And yeah, Joey can bring his moped, and he looks sweet with his helmet and his moped.
Just set me up with the best e-bike and name a K and I'll do it.
The most mileage, too. It's got to have the most mileage. Because that 300-mile Make-A-Wish ride that I do, first question I asked was, can I do it with an e-bike? And they said, unfortunately, you cannot do it.
And we'll get you guys some tank tops too, some Pistons Fit Summer Series tank tops.
There we
wear
go.
on the bike ride court.
Appreciate it, man. Well, thank you guys for coming in and talking about this morning. It was great talking to both of you. And you guys are welcome in the studio anytime. You know where it is. You know where we are. So if you guys ever want to stop by for anything, just pop on by.
I'll be back tomorrow.
All right, perfect. Perfect. I look forward to it, man. So thank you guys very much. Make sure you catch all the events for Pistons Fit this summer. Pedal with the Pistons, Pistons Fit NEK, Pistons Fit for All Challenge. And once again, register at pistons.com/summer series. We'll be right back talking about the Lions potentially being on Hard Knocks. Ooh, that would be some good TV. We'll talk about that next right here on Woodward.
Hey guys, I'm D-Mac.
Hey guys, I'm Pilar.
That was a little slow.
Right.
Hi, I'm D-Mac.
I wasn't ready. I was doing this.
Hi, I'm D-Mac.
Hey, I'm Pilar.
I'm Maz. You're lit. Hi, I'm D-Mac.
I'm Pilar.
I'm Maz. We suck.
You suck.
Catch us Monday to Friday, 3 to 5.
Every day right here on The Hook.
On Woodward Sports Network.
Morning, Art. Morning, D-Mac.
Welcome back. It is the Morning Woodward Show live on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network. It was awesome having. I didn't know the legend, the guy who started Slow Roll, was going to be in the house. You didn't tell me that, Corey.
And then Chris is the legend of the Pistons, too. So that's two legends in the building.
What can I say?
Dude, it's
nothing. Apparently you can say nothing.
Hey, it's back, right? Slow Roll. I'm pissed I didn't ask him that right now when he was here.
It's probably going to come back now that the regulations are being lifted.
Yeah.
And then plus it's outdoors, so they don't never do it.
You guys ever do it?
Once. I've done it once.
It is honestly one of my favorite things. You just slowly cruise. And that's the thing. It's not about speed and all that, because I hate riding for speed. You just go out there, chill, have a good Monday night in Detroit.
Yeah, and if anybody doesn't know what Slow Roll is, it's just a bunch of people gather up in Detroit at a certain spot, and then they start, and it's just a very slow bike ride throughout the city. I mean, I've seen it to where it got up to like 5,000 people on Slow Roll before, though. So if you're going to go, make sure you bring some friends. It's a good time. People, the bikes are crazy. Like,
that's the best part
Detroit
about it.
started flexing with their bikes when Slow Roll started really taking off.
Man, I'm saying, they used to sometimes come around out of drive and have all the lights and everything on them. I'm like, man, I got to get me one now.
The speakers, just everything about it. It's all decked out.
The LED wheels and everything. So, yeah, if you get a chance, check out Slow Roll. It's a huge event here in Detroit, and it's something that's ours. I don't know if it goes on in other cities. I haven't heard of it going on in other cities, but it's something that's like pure Detroit.
That's definitely Detroit.
And speaking of pure Detroit, we have another gem on our hand. His name is Dan Campbell. And Sports Illustrated put out an article yesterday or over the weekend saying that the Lions should probably be next on Hard Knocks. Now, there's 5 teams that they're considering this season, so it's not going to be this season, which sucks, because I would love to see in Dan Campbell's first season how he's getting the team together, how all the protocols are being handled, like, Jamal Williams joining the team, who we know is a character, just all of this, trying to put this together while trying to make things better from the previous regime who left us in shambles. But with that being said, if we don't get it this year, do you guys want to see the Lions on Hard Knocks next year with Dan Campbell?
I definitely think next year will be good. Just looking at the requirements, it said for NFL teams to appear on Hard Knocks. They haven't made the playoffs in the past 2 seasons. They don't have a first-year head coach, and they haven't appeared on the show in the past 10 years. Now, I don't know if Dan Campbell would count as a first-year. I don't know if it means first-year head coach, with that team, because I don't know if the interim head coach counts as a first-year head coach. I don't know, or as the first year with the team. I don't know. But I think Dan Campbell being and the Lions being on Hard Knocks is money. It's ratings. This guy is a walking soundbite. And with them rebuilding the Lions, this is the perfect time to do it. Also, for the fact of this, look at this. I just did some stats and I jotted down on the whole Hard Knocks thing. The Bengals, the Cowboys, and the Rams have all been done twice. Then there has not been an NFC North team to do Hard Knocks yet.
That's interesting. Do you guys watch Hard Knocks?
Every now and then.
Yeah, I've seen a little.
I love it. I absolutely love it, man. Like, and this is kind of like I love when Joik gives insight behind the locker room, because this is stuff like I grew to be a fan of Bill O'Brien and the Texans because I watched Hard Knocks, and you get to know the players that are on and off the team that are borderline to make it. You start rooting for guys, and I think it's such a great way to present the NFL. But I could understand as an organization, you don't want to show everybody behind the curtain.
But this, you look at the good and the bad from this. Obviously, if we were to do this for the 2021 upcoming season, we're not quite there yet. I mean, we're right now in the whole rah-rah football to where everybody's all feeling good, but we got to at least go out there and get past these hurdles that we're currently facing as an organization, get this first season underway. But then after this first year, I would love this, because think about what this would do for the offseason. You watch this, and all of a sudden you really fall in love with the organization. You fall in love with the leadership. So these free agents can look at it as, Detroit and going to play under Dan Campbell isn't so bad. I'm down for that.
I just think it's a good idea for where they are right now, and again, just going back to the fact that they have not done an NFC North team. Who wants to really see the Bears? Nobody. I mean, maybe you want to see Aaron Rodgers, but I mean, you've seen.
I would love to be watching
that
but drama unfold.
I would want to see it this
Ooh,
year.
wee.
I would definitely love to see them this year.
Or last year when they drafted Jordan Love, and there's a cameraman right there with Aaron Rodgers
right on him. Oh man, that would have been amazing. Vikings, come on.
Yeah.
Who cares? Who really wants to see Kirk Cousins? But the Lions, for them to be the first NFC team, you know what? We've been talking about the Lions need a 30 for 30 and all the turmoil. Now you get to peel back so many layers and see just what this organization is behind closed doors. Sheila Ford Hamp gets to put her stamp on it with all those cameras around, like, hey, this is a real new changing of the guard. This is actually something that the Lions need to throw their name in the ring for.
I guarantee you 2022 we're going to be on it. I guarantee it.
You think so?
Like, there's never been hype around the Detroit Lions. And the Detroit Lions, for the first few weeks of Dan Campbell, headlines every single day.
So if you're watching right now in the chat, let us know. Do you want to see the Lions on Hard Knocks, or don't you? Just a simple yes or no, or go Lions, or keep them off TV, whatever you guys want. I want to get kind of a vote on this. Do you guys want to see the Lions on Hard Knocks? Because I do. I really, really do.
This year?
No, not this year. Next year. I'll take any year, honestly, with the Lions, but I think next year would be better. I want them to get their ducks in order this year without any distractions or anything like that. So, yeah, let's lay off it this year. Plus, we're not one of the 5 teams that they're talking about right now, so I'm just going to let that dream fade away. But to watch the Lions from the inside out, and like Corey said, there's never been anybody from the NFC North, so why not us? Why not?
Yeah, we're the only contender right now.
There is just so many different stories outside of Dan Campbell that you can tell. It's so layered. You can talk about Dan Campbell. You can talk about Brad Holmes. You can talk about how Detroit is coming back. And then when you go into the second season, you can tie back stuff from Dan Campbell's first season and what, maybe he talks about things that he learned. There's so many different possibilities. But next year, if they're going ahead and starting to decide, do early list of who should be on there, the Detroit Lions need to be on that short list.
Yeah. This would be so crazy, man, just to get the insight, especially with this animal locker room that I think we're all predicting it's going to be.
Jamal Williams and Dan Campbell quotes, please give us more of them.
All I think of is like the Wolf of Wall Street scenes going on in that locker room. Just pounding chest.
There's only one person who said no. Out of all of these I'm looking at, Kenyatta Hill on YouTube said no. Why? Why would you not want to see the Lions on Hard Knocks? I think that would be great TV.
From everything I saw, there was a majority of no comments, so I'm actually surprised that we're leaning more yes as comments coming in.
Well, honestly, has there been a successful team coming out of Hard Knocks?
No.
That's the only thing that I would shy away from. And does it create unneeded drama? I'm sure it would, because you're hearing coaches behind the scenes talking about players. So I can understand why some people would be a little pulled back. But listen, I'm a Lions fan. I want all the Lions I could get. Like, if they just had a security camera that I could watch inside Ford Field and watch inside Allen Park all the time with sound, I probably would. I'd be that guy watching it just like it was a reality show.
And also, we'll say this. if they don't do an NFC team this year, they're probably going to do one next year, because outside of last year when they did the Rams and the Rams and the Chargers as like pretty much like a joint one, they haven't done a solo NFC team since 2017. So it should be coming down the pipeline soon.
I like that Ryan said if we do it next year and we draft a quarterback, we get the Goff rookie quarterback comparison and get to watch them develop in training camp.
That would be amazing.
Yeah. So it's been talked about. Sports Illustrated is talking about it, and now we're talking about it. So let's get it done, HBO. Get us on Hard Knocks and let us be the commentators for it. Like, that'd be so cool to be the voiceover for that.
That'd be sick.
And the Lions showed up on Monday. So, yeah, keep dropping your comments. Let us know what you guys are thinking. Should the Lions do Hard Knocks? Should they not do Hard Knocks? One thing that you should do, Joey, is probably go to Northwestern Tech, right?
Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
And because this is the 10.5-month hands-on HVAC program, and listen, it's getting hot out there. Air conditioning is top priority. So you got to switch over to the industry that is going to be pandemic-proof, because this is an industry that we will always and forever need. NorthwesternTech.edu. Learn more about them right now.
Hi, I'm David Hall from Hall Financial. And at Hall Financial, we treat our clients like family. And our number one priority is giving each of our clients 5-star service. Our passion for 5-star service, combined with our expertise, allows us to find the best possible solution for refinancing your home loan. We take the time to focus on both the individual and the numbers. We're going to walk you through the process and close your loan in half the time of our competition. Go to davidhallmortgage.com today.
I like that intro music. Joey, you ready for Joey's news?
Oh, yeah.
You fired up for it?
Oh, you know that. Come on now.
Look in the camera right now and be like, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
You ready for Joey's news?
I'm ready. Are you ready?
Alex, you ready? Let's hit Joey's news.
Good morning, everyone.
Extra, extra, read all about it.
Let's get into Joey's news.
Let's go.
You know what's funny is this news actually sucks. So you set up all that hype, and this news actually ain't even that good.
What?
My news.
I thought your news was
great. I'm just playing. But you put the pressure on me now, so I got to kill it this time. And we're going to start it off with history being made yesterday during the PGA Championship. 50-year-old Phil Mickelson becomes the oldest player to ever win one of 4 golf majors. And that's just legendary. You see on the left right there, 1991, 20-year-old Phil winning his first PGA Tour, and then yesterday, the second PGA Championship at the age of 50 on the right.
That is crazy, man.
He ages well, by the way.
And just that scene walking up to 18. Alex, can you throw that picture up with all the people following behind Phil? Like, look at this. It's like a Greek painting from back in the day. There's just so many people around him. And the funny part is, I think it was Koepka that was on the 18th with him. Couldn't even make it through the crowd to go finish his putt. Like, they had to clear out security, had to clear out a way for him to get in. But people were walking behind him chanting, Phil, 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 Phil. Like, it sounded just like a frat house.
It's so cool. I mean, you look at that, like that picture right there. Obviously, I don't know if I'm looking at this because it's a 50-year-old breaking records like that and history being made, or is it because of COVID where I'm like, man, look at all those people. Either way, an amazing accomplishment. And then another thing from this weekend was the NBA playoffs. Steph Curry eliminated in overtime on Friday in the play-in tournament after first losing to LeBron and then losing that game. The Grizzlies went on to beat number 1 seed Utah Jazz last night.
Yep.
Just crazy seeing the number 8 upset on this one.
Yeah, well, beat them 112 to 109.
Well, thing about it is, no Donovan Mitchell.
Yep.
So it's not that shocking, but thing about it is right now was about John Morant. John Morant is playing some of the best basketball in the league right now.
Beast.
Hands down. And when he played against the Warriors, and last night he showed that, hey, I'm coming. We talked about earlier about players who don't have that dog, who don't have that heart. That ain't John Morant.
Right.
John Morant last year said, like early on to James Harden, do you know who the bleep I am?
And if you could do it in Memphis, You could probably do it anywhere. Like, Memphis is not a desirable location for free agents. He got drafted there, and he's elevating that team, and I love to see that. That's the type of basketball player I want to see. Somebody that sticks it out, says, you know what, I'm going to take the challenge of elevating this team to the next level and doing it.
And I also love to see Trae Young hitting game-winning floaters to win by 2 over the Knicks, and then silencing all of MSG, Madison Square Garden.
Let's see how they play this.
Here is Young, finds his spot. Young on the floater, puts it in. Trae Young with a miraculous shot.
I love it. Like, he was going like this too afterward. Ooh, it's cold in here.
Trae Young has started playing better basketball when he looked in the mirror and realized, I am not Steph Curry. I cannot jack up all those shots with the consistency that he does. I can shoot the 3, but I'm not Steph Curry. And got to give it to him. He's been playing phenomenal basketball, played within himself, involved his teammates, and he's still ice cold Trae because he didn't have to shoot a jumper. Got the floater in there, got the W.
Yeah, no, he's playing smart, too, and it's not only the shots he's taking. Like, he had a couple assists late in that fourth quarter, too. Like, there was one where he was driving to the right and, like, literally just threw it over his head like this to, I think it was Bogdanovich in the corner, and drained the 3, and it was just a beautiful read of the defense. And afterwards, they actually asked him about that. Like, hey, you know, what is your strategy going into the game and all that stuff? And he's saying, listen, I'm watching a lot of film on these guys now. I'm learning tendencies. And also, I don't really have a strategy. I'm taking it as the game comes to me. And that's when you become the next evolution of a player. Like, you're not going in with a plan. You're just taking what the defense gives you and exploiting the hell out of it. Trae Young, if he figures it out like that, he's going to be super scary. He's already scary. He's going to be super scary.
And also, shout out to Nate McMillan taking over that job from Lloyd Pierce. When Nate McMillan came in, he got those guys playing smarter basketball. So you got to give him his credit for that.
And he becomes the second player in history to hit 30 points, 10 assists, and 5 rebounds in their postseason debut. The first, of course, LeBron James.
Of course.
Of course.
Of course.
Every single stat, LeBron James.
LeBron James.
And we got
Northwestern Tech.
And speaking of LeBron James, prayers up for him after this absolutely devastating injury. Honestly, I was real worried after this free throw.
Why do you say prayers up?
No, this is serious.
James missing again at the foul line. The whistle. James goes down
hard
to the court. Caruso and Payne get into it. Montrezl Harrell runs into Campaign, and coaches leave the bench area as things become a little bit contentious here.
The crazy part about this is Payne's the one who got ejected.
Yes.
Did they both, Caruso and Payne?
No, just Payne. So
Caruso didn't?
Caruso got a technical called on him. Montrezl Harrell got a technical called on him. And then Payne got 2 technicals called on him, so he got thrown out. Because if you watch it, like...
He lowered his shoulder initially, and then...
Yeah, Payne hit your boy.
Caruso.
And then Caruso came back at him. Payne threw the ball at him. So those are his 2 techs. And then Montrezl Harrell came in and damn near laid him out.
I love that dude. He's a beast.
Man, but not about LeBron. When he took the finger in the eye, if you've ever been poked in the eye, that is real.
Yeah, eyes are sensitive.
I think him saying that he saw 3 rims was BS, but the finger poking the eye, that's real. But that right there, that was an acting job. That was Oscar worthy. That was Space Jam is coming up next month, and I got to show you guys that I can act too. And he didn't have to do all of that. It took a little bit away from it, but the Lakers are in some huge trouble. They cannot shoot that poorly again from the free throw line. Anthony Davis, I don't know whether he's still hurt or not, but he didn't look good. LeBron didn't look good. Both of them coming off of some long injuries. No excuses though. If you're on the court and you're playing, then hey, you gotta deal with it. You gotta push through it because everybody at this point of the season is dealing with injuries and knickknacks, and they gotta get this W because if they don't win game 2, they could be staring down the barrel of a sweep.
That is crazy. And to think about the whole Chris Paul intertwining with the LA Lakers, and just that whole storyline of how he was almost a Laker, how they shot it down, and now history, he's coming back
Shout
to
out
beat
to
him.
Dan Gilbert.
Yeah. Oof.
But I love Chris Paul. I don't want to run through all the stats, but every single team, it's been 16 seasons of him balling in the NBA, 5 teams. Every time he entered an organization, he made them instantly a better team. And even in this situation, With the Suns back in 2019, they were at 466 win percentage. Now they're at 708. So it's that Chris Paul difference there, and you just love to see that because the dude is the man. And we talk about LeBron James on that one, faking that. Look at Kevin Durant on this one, where I really thought he was not getting up after this fall.
Irving racing up the floor, gripping back for Durant. Oh, Durant! Oh, he goes down hard over Smart.
When you see that right arm just locked behind him, I thought, oh, he's not getting up. Just gets right back up.
Just the fact that he bounced and went like 2 feet. Watch this. Bounce. Oof.
He felt that later. That was adrenaline.
Oh, yeah.
He felt that. He felt that later.
Shaq, Charles Barkley. Honestly, I want to be friends with these two. I feel like their relationship is the best. And Shaq called Barkley out for falling asleep in the first half of the Sixers-Wizards game.
I think we
I
all
thought
did.
they did a good job on Bill and Westbrook. They played really good defense.
Ernie,
but
sorry to interrupt. I know snitches get stitches, but he was not watching the game. And I have proof. I'm just saying.
Who?
You weren't watching the game at all.
Gone.
Look at him, Ernie. He was not watching the game. So do not go to him.
That must have been during a commercial break. That was doing it to be.
Sleep
nights, young man.
Snooze fest it was, for sure. And Fernando Tatis Jr. launching 2 home runs, not a snooze fest whatsoever. And then listen to this grand slam right here.
The Padres, a.k.a. the Daddies. Oh,
Fly ball
beautiful.
center field.
Love that sound.
Lewis going back, looking up. This is still Slam Diego, and this is Fernando Tatis
Slam
Jr.'s
Diego.
world.
So corny, but so cool.
I know, man. That's the thing. Like, you want to hate on these color commentators all the time, but it's like, oh, that's awful and awesome. Like, who was it? Was it last week when he's like,
Taco Fall?
he became a part of forever.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Like, that is such a dumb statement, but it's such an awesome statement.
Beautiful.
Jealous.
That's all it is. Beautiful. And then we go to some high school state championship women's softball here with this catch of the year. We go to the Bear River center fielder Olivia Taylor. Right here, right through the fence. Just beautiful effort. Shouldn't have counted.
Yeah, I saw people complain about that, but look at her ankle was still in when the ball hit her glove, so I think it counts.
So is that the rule?
Yeah, they say, listen, I don't know because it's collegiate, and it's always a little bit different than the pros, but from what I saw people saying is that she had to have at least 1 foot in the field of play. And to me, like, we've seen MLB players dive into the stands without their feet, you know, touching the ground. So touching the ground isn't the issue, and if her heel was still in, it's a good catch.
Man,
and don't take it away from her.
Man, damn all that. If I'm the person who decides that call, I'm giving her that. Just off the strength.
But if I hit the home run, hell no. Hell no, that was not a catch.
And then lastly, I got just some local news here. Detroit police are on a search for former Michigan State basketball player Keith Appling, who is a suspect in a fatal shooting of a 66-year-old in Detroit. And seeing this headline right here, I was looking like, man, Keith Appling these last few years.
Yeah, it's been a rough go for him. I don't know his whole story. Corey, you know a little bit more about it, right?
About this situation, I'm still learning more details because it's even in all the reports it's sketch, but just over the past couple of years, he's had different hiccups and run-ins with the law. And for somebody who was really well-liked, well-known amongst the, great college basketball players that have, not saying he had a great pro career, but great college basketball players out of the state of Michigan, just a sad situation to see him fall through. And hopefully this does not turn out to be what they're saying it is. But if it is, hey, he's had enough chances.
Yeah, it's tough, man. It's really tough when people have all the athletic ability in the world and just can't get their life together. But I think it's also important to point out that athletes are people. That there's going to be bad apples, there's going to be good apples, there's going to be people that can't handle the fame. Like, it's
Human beings themselves.
Well, you look at these people, and we put them on pedestals, and we put them up, they're gods. They can do things I can't do athletically. But at the end of the day, they still live between here, and that's a struggle for everybody, no matter what your athleticism is. And sometimes that athleticism makes it a little tougher.
Especially when you see someone go from being the star at Pershing High, then going to MSU, being the star over there, and then all of a sudden his career becomes nothing. You look at him like, oh, well, it's all we got out of him. And then you see something like this bounce off. It's like, you obviously hope the best always.
Yeah, life is not easy for anybody. So hopefully he gets the help that he needs. And hopefully he didn't shoot anybody. Because then you just should get the jail that you
Especially
need.
a 66-year-old. I want to know what the whole story really was.
Yeah. Let's talk about some positive things, some accomplishments. That's why we brought in Paige to kind of switch up the mood. Paige is our intern. She started a couple weeks ago. She's here Monday and Tuesday, and she has a news story to add to Joey's news. Go ahead, Paige.
Yes, thank you. So Simone Biles made history this weekend at the U.S. Classic by becoming the first woman to ever complete the Yurchenko double pike vault in competition. So
Say that again. Say it again 3 times fast.
Yurchenko. Here's the vault.
Yeah, this is another crazy sport.
Like, this girl right here is a badass.
It has been
4'8" but can out bench me.
Hell yeah.
watch every single time. Here we go.
Yeah, I saw her standing next to Shaquille O'Neal one time. It was literally 3 of her.
Oh. Ooh. That's crazy. And you're saying that has only been attempted by men in the past, right?
Yes, yep. And so she's the first woman to complete it competitively. I mean, obviously, if people did it in their gyms, doesn't count. So she's the first woman to ever compete it. And so she's actually has a goat on the back of her leotard. Now it's all bedazzled.
That's awesome.
I think that she deserves it. She has won the most medals at any world championship, and she's the most decorated gymnast. So after this was just at the U.S. Classic, now there's qualifiers for the trials. So she's in these trials, most likely for the U.S. national team at the Olympics.
So I don't want to put you on the spot, Paige,
Yeah.
but I tend to like to do this to people, especially. So you're a woman.
Yes, I am.
You are a woman. Does it matter to you that she accomplished something a male has already done? Does that mean anything to you? Do you think it's cool, or do you think it's just it just is what it is?
Yeah, so, I mean, obviously I'm all about gender equality, but when it comes to physical ability, I think that it's cool that she's the first woman. I mean, obviously there's a lot of different things that go into it, but doing something that only men can do, I mean, their bodies are different than ours. I totally agree with that. So it's super cool seeing her do that. I mean, she needs so much power to get up there. I know she's so small, so the fact that she can get around twice in a pike, I mean, I've done gymnastics. I can't even do a backflip, so I think it's super cool that she can do that. So yeah, I think it's fine, even if it's, I mean, only done by men. There's a reason I feel like it's only been ever attempted by them, so yeah.
And now do you feel more girls will do this and at least attempt it?
I don't know about attempting. I mean, she's a different breed. I don't know if people are going to try to attempt it, but I mean, now that she said it, who knows what other people can try.
I mean, if men are more known to be able to accomplish that stick, why don't you give that a try?
Because I'm not that dude. Like there's men that can and there's men that can't. I'm over here with the men that can't.
I'm still trying to touch my toes when I stand up.
I can do a cartwheel though, which I think is pretty impressive
Like
for
a
a
legit
6'4"
cartwheel?
guy. Yeah. Like I could do a cartwheel, and not too many guys 6'4" can do that.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. So there you go. That I would die. I would just simply break my neck and die. So yeah, Simone Biles, obviously one of the greatest athletes of all time, no matter what sex you're talking, anything. She's just elite, period. And I hope she keeps accomplishing things, and I hope she competes in the Olympics. It was so fun watching her whoop everybody's ass. Like she's really talented.
Yeah, she took first in 2 divisions over the Classic. It was like I don't know exactly what it was, but she took first in 2. So it's pretty likely that she'll be on that team.
Is she like aging out though? Because I know like gymnastics.
She's only 24.
Okay, gymnastics. If you're past like 16, they're like, well, they're past their prime.
So I know that you can go to collegiate gymnastics, and some people do the 4 years for college, get the scholarship, and then go on to the U.S. team.
Okay.
So
So
the
about 20.
20s is pretty normal for.
Cool. So we get some more time with Simone Biles. Nice. I like it. Joey, you got to talk about our people at Levels, and they are opening their brand new dispensary, and it's happening in Centerline. We were out there the other day. They got a huge parking lot, and we're going to fill that parking lot with artists, food trucks, all types of giveaways, and it's going to be live streamed right here on Woodward Sports. We're going to do our morning show from out there, which is going to be fun. And when it all is official, we will let you know the date so you can come join us in Centerline. But in the meantime, make sure you go follow them right now at Enjoy Levels on Instagram, or go to their website, enjoylevels.com.
Hey, it's Joey from Woodward Sports at my favorite downtown Fenton, Bridge Street Exchange. Let's go check out their beautiful store. You know we love Michigan summers. Got to turn up on the lake, pre-made mixed drinks. They even got their own beautiful Bridge Street Exchange t-shirts. I got mine on. Jewelry, they got you here. I got mine on. Titanium Buzz. If you're not quite ready to ask that big question yet with the jewelry, look nice for your girl. They got polos. And last but not least, the most comfortable shoes on the planet. Hey Dude. They're literally called Hey Dude. Shop here at Bridge Street Exchange, downtown Fenton. Support a locally owned business.
Is it time? Yeah, it is. Fish!
Go fish. Fish facts.
It's fish!
It is 9:50, so we head on over to the Fish Bowl, and the man, the myth, the legend, the fish is ready to go. You got some cool facts for us today, buddy?
I hope so. I hope you guys like it.
I hope so too.
I had a good weekend. Hope you guys had a good weekend?
Yeah, we did.
We had five champions over the weekend. So it's a pretty good weekend. Next week we have 4. Yeah, we'll have 4. So
and what?
Not as 5. Let's see. What do we have this week? We had 2 in rugby and 3 in soccer.
And what about sumo? Wasn't there a big sumo
tournament?
true.
So we had 6. We had 6 champions over the weekend. So we'll have 4. Still good. It's more the weekend as well. So it's a good weekend. We start with a trophy lift. And we go out to England and Manchester, where they lifted the trophy yesterday after the final game of the season. And just listen to the great sounds of 10,000 fans and Martin Tyler bringing us in. Oh.
That's awesome.
Go ahead, Fish.
Just listen to the great Martin Tyler. You gotta love it. We go to the facts, and we go to the Utah Jazz, who shot 12 of 47 yesterday, which is, as you can tell, not very good.
No.
They shot 12 from 47 from 3 last night, and second worst mark of the season. And yes, I put that at the bottom. Joey could do better than that.
Nice.
Because I think he could do better than that. Hopefully, Joey, you think you can do better than that? I hope you can.
Yeah, I'm playing against NBA players. Definitely not.
I don't know. You show up to Lifetime, Joey just lights it up.
Hell yeah.
The Grizzlies. Kyle Anderson. His name is Slow-Mo. He had 6 steals in the game, most ever by a Grizzlies player in a playoff game.
Nice.
So he did better. And imagine if he was fast. Maybe he could make 10 steals or 15 steals.
I like that nickname, Slow-Mo.
Yeah, it's a good nickname. He's dynamic, so makes sense.
Yeah.
We'll go to France. Here's the other trophy, Lille. They won their first title since 2011 yesterday. They won. PSG's won the last 5. And they had to win their game yesterday. They did. So congratulations to them. They're out there celebrating, having a good time. And what a weekend. So we go to history, where we start with, let's see here. Let's start with 1926. Pau Navim runs a world record 3,000 meters in 8 minutes, 25 seconds.
I don't know if that's good or not. I know a 4-minute mile's good.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
4-minute mile? Sheesh.
Yeah. Prefontaine, baby. Prefontaine.
1930. By the way, today is May 24th. Babe Ruth, 1930. He homered in both games of a doubleheader, giving him 9 home runs in a week.
Oh, wow.
I hope someone else could do that.
Ohtani. Ohtani's the only one that can catch Babe Ruth in anything. Like that's all they keep comparing Ohtani to is Babe Ruth, because he's the last guy that pitched and was a great hitter.
Yeah. We had a power outage in 1988 at Boston Gardens in an NHL Stanley Cup final game.
During the game?
During the game, yep.
That's
power
crazy.
outage.
Remember when it happened during the Super Bowl?
I do. Right after halftime.
Yep, that was funny.
They probably forgot the halftime show was over.
They're like, oh shit, the game's still going on. We better leave the lights on.
We got a birthday today, 1963. He is a Piston. Joe Dumars.
Oh, nice.
It is his birthday today.
And don't ever speak ill about Joe Dumars around me.
6-time NBA All-Star. He's born in Shreveport, Louisiana.
Yes, went to McNeese State. Drafted by the Pistons as one of the top shooting guards of all time.
There's no wedding today, Joey. Well, there actually was, but it wasn't an important one that you guys would care about. It was a cricketer, so I didn't bring it up.
Because all the other ones are so important too, Fish.
Well, they are. Uh-oh. Corey's got something?
No,
You got a wedding? Oh, okay.
I'm waiting on Fish to see if he's going to say it because today is another important day.
Ooh.
Well, those are the facts, so I guess Corey's... Uh-oh. Is it what I think it is?
What do you think it is?
What do you think it is? It has to involve a Detroit team.
Oh, I don't know what it is yet.
Today is one of the most important days in Pistons basketball history. On today's date, 17 years ago, Tayshaun Prince have the greatest block of all time on Reggie Miller.
Ah, God, what a block that was, man.
He got so high on that one.
We guarantee today. Today's the day of guarantee.
Guaranteed, right? Oh man, God, I used to hate the Pacers so much during those times. They were such a tough team. Jermaine O'Neal, Ron Artest, Tinsley, Reggie Miller. Oh man, but that block. The best part about that block that people don't talk about is he kept it in bounds, and we were able to get possession. Like that's one of the best parts about that block. What up, Fish?
Corey, what day is Joik suffering?
Oh, the chip challenge.
Well, the chip is at home.
Yep.
It depends on if I'm looking at the camera. Look at the camera. It depends on if Joik is going to punk out or not, because I still have the video of when Joik said that he was going to do it himself. Now he's starting to kind of draw everybody else into it.
Yeah, and Sean's with him, which I think Sean should just say, "Do it, Joik."
Man,
but
he's backpedaling harder than Deion Sanders.
Yeah, Joik, I think got a little ahead of his skis, as they like to say. That's another one.
Way ahead.
So we have to do it Wednesday, right? Because we have to give him heads up. He always needs heads up on stuff.
No, we can text him today and tell him
we do it tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah, let's do it tomorrow.
Okay. Can you guys force him to do it at least like an hour left in the show? Because he wants to do it.
I had this guy spend his money to ship a chip. He spent his own money to send that
like
to us.
$75 each.
Yeah, the chips are $45.
I'm trying to get him to do it within
the
first hour.
that guy paid for Joik's chip and the shipping.
And he says, no, we'll do it last 10 minutes.
Hey, probably maybe about $5-6, but he paid for the chip.
If you're going to do it in the last 10 minutes, don't even do it.
No, he's got to do it like mid-show, because I don't want to ruin the whole show.
I say
mid-show.
9:40.
Yeah.
So 12:15 then.
12:15 would be great.
12:15.
Yep, 12:15 would be great.
12:15.
So that gives him 45 more minutes of the show, and then we can watch him just cry.
All right, I'm slamming. 12:15. Joik Bell's doing the chip challenge on Wednesday. Wednesday or Tuesday?
Let's get with Kennedy and Art. They're the producers, and we'll make sure that we schedule that into their prep.
All right, 12:15. Joik chip challenge.
All right, let's do it. Joey, you ready for Dumbass of the Day?
It's time.
Let's do it.
The Detroit Pistons select Darko Milicic.
World's dumbest criminal.
Well, so much for me calling him savvy because he had no idea where he's on the field.
When he crosses too many timeouts, it's a technical foul.
Dumbass!
Oh, yeah, we keep it local on this Dumbass of the Day. Our very own leader in the state of Michigan violating her own order. And I'm talking about Governor Gretchen Whitmer at the East Lansing Dive Bar Land Shark. You see this photo right here that was posted online, quickly deleted. You see Governor Whitmer there with at least a dozen people at the restaurant. And the current state orders from the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services prohibits groups larger than 6 people, which I'm sure she was well aware of.
This lady's such a clown sometimes, man. And, like, whether you're political or not, this goes beyond. This is just, like, common sense. It's what we were talking about earlier. Like, rules should apply to everybody. And if you're the person making the rules, you should apply that harder to yourself than anybody.
And this bothers me because I never understand these restrictions being lifted, and then they say, all right, well, we're going to do that on June 1st. So why weren't these restrictions, obviously you don't follow them so much, so why weren't they just restricted immediately?
The part I really hate about this is I see nothing wrong with what she did.
None.
She sees something wrong with what she did, and I'm not allowed. Like that's what I like. Listen, go out, have fun with your friends. You know, if you're at a restaurant sitting down, they've proven that once you're sitting down, COVID doesn't exist and you're fine. You can't catch it, whatever. But just don't tell me what to do.
Rules are rules.
Don't tell me what to do.
I ain't gonna say that about her. Me and my friends definitely went to Lumen, where there was like 8 of us at the table and with no mask on.
But that's the thing, like, I see no problem with it, but now I gotta have a problem with it. Now I gotta be like, well,
hey, as I said earlier, when you make the rules, when you got power, you can do whatever the F you want.
Yeah, she's gonna get roasted for this one.
Oh, yeah, she's
like
gonna get roasted.
last summer with her dumbass husband saying, well, can you do our boat? My wife's the governor. And it's like, no, man, she's the reason we can't work.
Was that one true?
Yeah. 100%.
Well, she came out, she issued an apology saying,
nice.
Throughout the pandemic, I've been committed to following public health protocols. Yesterday, I went with friends to a local restaurant. As more people arrived, the tables were pushed together. Because we were all vaccinated,
I don't care.
We didn't stop to think about it. In retrospect, I should have thought about it. I am human. I made a mistake, and I apologize.
Yeah, what about your chartered flights to go see your dad? Those human mistakes, too? Like, come on. Just own up to it. Just own up to it. Be like, you know what, guys? I bamboozled all your asses for a year. I've been doing whatever the hell I wanted. I opened up parts of the state because that's where my vacation house was, and I kept other states.
All of you businesses have to shut down.
Right. Screw you. Screw the family business you spent years growing. We're coming to get you. Oh, yeah, and you, the Coney Island that had people on there that I went to. You're
I saw
also
a video.
fine.
I saw a video, so I sent my officials in there to go find you.
Yeah.
Well, we saw a photo of you out there breaking rules. What's going to happen from this?
Just don't like it. Like, be a person of your word. That's it. It's really not hard. It is not hard, but for some reason we make it hard. And that is a great dumbass of the day, Joey. Good job.
Dumbass of the day, Governor Gretchen Whitmer.
Thank you guys for waking up with the Morning Woodward Show this morning. Baligian and Bell is up next. Beautiful Terry Foster is going to be filling in for Joyke Bell today, so make sure you watch that from 11 to 1. And then 3 to 5 today, The Hook will be here with Darren McCarty, fresh off his wrestling debut. Did you guys see his wrestling footage? I'm sure they're going to be talking about that today from 3 to 5. Maz and Pilar will join him as well. Have a great Monday. Playoff basketball tonight. I cannot wait to watch the Bucks play. Let's go.